Alright, folks. It's been the first time I played this since Thanksgiving. Not that it's been that long. It's been about 2 weeks. So, I'm gonna hop right in. You already know, we're gonna make some good progress today. Ideally. Hopefully. Optimistically. I don't remember what I was doing last time. So we actually finished Heracross. Holy shit! That feels really good, actually, to know that we're done with that once and for all. I don't have to worry about it. Let me bring up the Google document. I have a lot of... Oh my god. No, you don't. No, you don't. What the fuck? Oh no, YouTube is not going to give me grief over this, are they? Or not YouTube, sorry. Can I log into my Google document? Thank you. How about google.com? Can I log into google.com? Yes. Okay, what the fuck, whatever. Let's see. So, Grottle, Heracross, and Cleffa. I have Wormadam and Electabuzz up here. Did I fill it in last time? What was the last stream? The 15th? I did not. So, it was the 15th of November. Got 3. Which brings our total to 138, which is 57%. And then did I fill in the things? I really haven't been keeping up with the Google document for anyone who's been like perusing it and looking through it. I just haven't. It's just not a particular reason. I'm actually at my wit's end with this headset, so I will be probably replacing that like actually this week. All right. I mean, what we could do is we could look for Cherubi and Cherim. Cherim, we have to see just one. Okay, Cherim will be easy actually. We just have to see Cherim leap out of a tree. We could even catch it, which would be, like, extra excellent. What about Obama Snow? We just have to use it. We don't really need to... I don't think we have a lot of, like, defeat X with a certain type. Or see this use a certain type of move so many times. I don't think we have a lot of those left. I think that most of those Pokemon have been taken care of and packed up. So I'm honestly, like, not too disturbed or, like, you know, anxious about that. We have most of the primary Pokemon. We need to defeat 4 Mistrevises and give them food. We could also do that. So I'm trying to think. What do we need again? We need Cherim. So let's go to Mount Coronet. We'll change the time of day to night. Well, let's look for the Cherim first. We only need 1. And then I'm sure I have an Alpha Cherim somewhere. If I don't, that's a mistake. And then we just have to spam Petal Dance. It's you. It's been a while. I'm going to open up the window because it is hot in here. And it is the winter. And, you know, I need to open my window. So that's fine. Alright, we're done with you. Let's see. Cherim. Let's see. It's not a high level. That's not amazing, but whatever. Well. I could have sworn I had a high level Cherubi. Maybe I don't have it anymore. That's entirely possible, too. Alright, we'll evolve this. Actually, wait, what do we need from Cherubi? Oh, I'm definitely opening the window. Hold on. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Dude. Where the fuck? Thank you. Absorb. So we should just go spam Absorb, and then we can evolve it, and then we just spam Agile Style Petal Dance. Okay, so we need to spam Absorb. The question is, do you even know Absorb? No. Okay. Don't need that. There it goes. Honestly, wait, why have I never done this? This is literally faster. What the hell? That's actually faster than going into the other menu and rearranging moves. Holy shit. Why have I actually never thought of that before today? Actual small brain energy. Alright. Now, Cherubi I don't expect to finish anytime soon, just be, you know, by virtue of Cherubi being annoying to finish, but whatever. Wow, they really got nothing out here? This is the first time they've had nothing. Okay. Oh man, this sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you, finding Bronzor inside the earth is gonna be really obnoxious. That's gonna be horrifically unfun, actually. Well, she's here, so I mean I could get some money, if nothing else. But Bronzor might be one of the worst Pokemon to try to... Can you get the camera on her? No. This is so stupid. Oh, they don't let you throw Pokeballs? Why? That's dumb. Could you imagine that? They don't let you throw Pokeballs at an obvious villain character. Whatever. Damn, I was gonna try to... Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, this stupid headset of mine, usually what it does is it'll beep a bunch if it runs low on battery. Now it doesn't even beep when it runs low on battery. It just fucking turns off. So I am officially done with it. I am so finished. Now it doesn't even beep when it runs low on battery. It just shuts off, which is very annoying. Alright. Ice Shard. Ice Shard. Actually, Samurai will be better for this, to be honest, because you could just spam Aqua Tail. See, Weavile's faster, but Samurai also has just good moves. That's the thing, like, I don't know. Between those two Pokemon, there's very little you can't take on in this game. And Gallade is just a Swiss Army knife. It does too much. Oh, we could get rid of Heracross. We're done with that. Yeah. It's kind of weird, too, seeing Pokemon at such a high level. Because if you remember, back when I was a kid, for the people who were alive back then, Pokemon used to... You never really went above, like, level 60 when you're playing the main story. Like, usually you hang around, like, 50. Maybe you touch 60, and then that's it. Like, getting to high levels in Pokemon games... I think the highest level Pokemon game I ever got to was Coliseum. Because... But that's just because in Coliseum you have such high... The game starts at a high level, so like everything is bumped up by more levels than it normally would. What do we need for Chimecho, by the way? Where fucking... Dude, I'm gonna alphabetize this. It's annoying me way too much. Where is this fucking Pokemon? Is it an Area 4 Pokemon? Yes. Number defeated, alpha specimens caught. Okay, yeah, just defeat one more. Is it gonna run? Don't run. Thank you. What a weird Pokemon. That definitely never went anywhere. Oh, we have to defeat how many more? 4 more? Okay. There's one over here. And also, there's more information coming out about the Pokemon DLC. At this point, Raging Bolt and whatever the Virizion Pokemon have not really been announced or anything. I'm sure that'll come out at some point in the next few months, maybe month or two, maybe by the end of the year. And then we can get Entei and the other one, Terrakion, I guess. Again, not the biggest fan of that. It's just really weird to me that, like, the raid for Suicune, Walking Wake, and the other one was, like, in February or some shit. And it's now November, late November into December, and we still have no news about the final part of the raid. Oh, shit. Hang on. What does she have again? Toxicroak? Okay, yeah. It's so weird that, like, there was such a huge break. I think they genuinely had a problem back when they had to cancel that Fennekin raid. They completely axed the Fennekin raid out of nowhere, and it disappeared for like a month. I think that fucked everything up. I think it should have already been out by now, because then now they did Hisuian Pokemon or something, which is just kind of like, why? You know, like, we're literally on the same console. You could literally just go out and buy Arceus right now. Dude, there's no way this fucking thing is running out of battery. I'm done with this headset, bro. Never mind. I thought I was going to use it. This thing is just, it has no fucking charge anymore. It just loses all of its charge. I'm done with this. I'm going to replace this. I almost want to replace it tonight. That's so ridiculous. Barely even, it had 3 bars. I unplugged it for 2 seconds. It's down to no power. It's over. Yeah, this headset's done. That kind of sucks too, because I like this headset, but I mean, you know, that's why I bought another one. Which, believe it or not, I'm still paying for. It's ridiculous, man. Now, I can't complain like I didn't get my money's worth out of it. It's just annoying. I wonder if you can actually hear that on the microphone, the beeping it makes. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I remember when I could wear this thing all day without even ever having to charge it. Batteries really degrade, man. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, after 7 years, I'm pretty sure anything would degrade, so... This is one of the few pieces of tech that didn't... Stream says you're playing... Oh, I didn't change... Wait, what? Yeah, I did. Oh, shit, I didn't? Oh, I refreshed the tab. Thank you, Crispy. Let me fix that. I refreshed the tab before I saved it. That's hilarious, actually. Alright, there you go. Pokemon Legends. Yo, people still watch this category. That's the most crazy shit about it. I don't remember where what's her name spawns. And this is exactly why I want to close the window. Fuck me. You know, it must be crazy if you live in the suburbs and you never have this happen to you. Like, what do you want me to do? It's like 80 degrees in my fucking room, man. Like, I can't close the window. I'm gonna actually sweat to death. I'm not turning on the air conditioning. It's cold outside. It's super cold. I need to sleep. Oh well, nothing I could do. Enjoy the soothing sounds of New York. It's ASMR. As they drive right by my fucking place. Of course. They didn't turn off. The best part is when there's like mild traffic below my building. So they absolutely get stuck there with the sirens on. And obviously no one wants to turn off early because no one wants to inconvenience themselves. So good luck to you if you ever come to New York and you end up in an ambulance. These fuckers will literally let you die because they don't want to make an early turn. Enjoy. It's great. Oh, New York is such a fantastic place. It's great. It's a great city filled with great people. But places like Kansas, oh yeah, those suck, obviously. Wow, you have incredible vision to see me from over there. Holy shit. Let's see if I can totally not fight him. It's funny, too, because they always keep bringing up that New York brand. Like that hashtag New York brand. Dude, I saw a video this week of some dude on the subway pissing halfway across the subway car. And as soon as the train started moving, all the piss started rolling. This guy is over here recording it. People are leaving the train. You know, people are like, what the fuck? We're not going to be in this same car. That's crazy. And I'm just like, yeah, you will. And then they just leave. And then the piss starts rolling down the fucking train. Oh my God, that is so funny. That was one of the funniest things I'd seen in a while. I'll be honest with you. I know I shouldn't laugh, but fuck it, I will anyway because it was hilarious. Yeah, that's that New York brand, dude. I was on the subway, not even, what was it? What's today? Thursday? No, today's Wednesday, because I would have rated if it was Thursday. I was on the subway on Monday or Sunday, right? I hate going out, right? I fucking hate it. And so I go outside, right? Horrible mistake. Don't do that. And I get on the train, and like half the car is empty. So I'm like, sweet, this is rush hour and half the car is empty? Nah, it's just dudes stinking it up on the other side. And people just like have completely gravitated towards the other side of the car. I'm like, oh my God. Like, why even bother? So you know what I said? I said, fuck it, I'll just walk home. And I did. And sometimes walking home is actually more fun. It's definitely easier on the nose. And it's just, you know, we have a nice problem in New York. But as long as you don't talk about it, it's like that one Louis skit where he was like, oh, my cousin came from out of town and she didn't know, you know, where she's from. They don't have homeless people as often or anything. You know, yeah, it's basically that one Louis skit. By the way, Triple Sisters, holy shit. Somehow this always happens when I'm not recording it or when I'm not like expecting it at all. Yeah, Louis was dead on about that. That shit was crazy. But that's not the first time I've seen that. That happened back when I used to ride the train all the time. Especially depending on what trains you ride, that is super common. So, yeah, you know, it's that New York brand. We love it. God, the people that run this city and this state are fucking idiots. But whatever. Hey, at least Nintendo NYC's pretty lit. Now, can you afford anything in there? Maybe. It's expensive shit, man. That's why I don't like to go shopping in Midtown. Because the people that have stuff in Midtown, they know that people have money. So they know they could get away with whatever pricing. But, like, I go to Midtown to buy used games, basically. That's, like, the #1 store I hit up if I want to go buy used games. And so, like, some days I'll just walk on over and I'll be like, alright, cool, let's see what they got. And, you know, sometimes you get good stuff. And then sometimes, you know how it is. You just don't get anything. I want to buy that copy of Rule of Rose. It's probably gone by now, but, you know, another copy will show up in the wild. And, I mean, it's an $800 game, but I think it's worth it. I think it's definitely worth the money. So I will absolutely be looking into investing into Rule of Rose. Because why not? You know, fuck it. You only have one life. What do you think I want to do? Like, am I going to waste my money on some other shit? Of course not. I'm going to waste it on video games. Video games and the rare Lego kit that I don't have, that I always wanted, which I'm running out of Lego kits to buy. Same thing happens in Boston on the subway trains, but more so in the Red Sox and the Bruins? Red Sox is baseball. What is the Bruins? That's not basketball. You have the Boston Celtics. Is that hockey? Oh my god, it's hockey. I knew it. As soon as he said it, I was like, hockey? A weird name like that could only be partially Canadian. Yeah, it's hockey. Anyway. I'm surprised that's not what it's like when the Celtics are out. I'm not gonna lie. Does anyone go watch the Celtics? Didn't they get that one dude traded over that was like really good? I think it was Ray Allen. I haven't followed basketball in literally years, and honestly, I don't like basketball. I mean, the only sport I was ever really good at was baseball. And that's because I was decent at batting because I could just hit really hard. Everything else I was not good at. We didn't have football here. Football's a Midwestern thing. Or at least if you want to do football in, you know... If you want to do football, you gotta go upstate. You also have to be built for football. And I don't know, there's something about having 250-pound brick sledge houses slam into me at 20 miles an hour that doesn't really appeal too much to me. I don't know what it is. Huh. Crazy, huh? Maybe I don't like pain that much. At least not in that way. And you're slamming heads into each other? Yeah, why not? Them too, but it's not as bad. Red Sox is the worst. Oh, because it's more people. Oh my god. Yeah, but you ever seen a dude flat out just pull out his cock and piss on the train while laying on the fucking bench? Oh, you're actually in... I'm in that Discord. I should show you, but I also kind of don't want to show it because it is kind of gross. It's so... Well, the thing is the reason why I laugh is because I know they're never going to give them the help they need. That's why these people are in the subway. You know, they're never going to do anything to move these people into shelters or build more. Yeah, no, take my word for it. It is exactly as it sounds, yeah. You can thank Twitter. No, and they never give them the help they need, and it's been like this since I was a fucking kid, and it's not going to change. They have no reason to incentivize it to change, so why the fuck would they change it? And that's the truth about it. The only time things change is if people think they're going to get fucked on the polls, or fucked out of money. If they're not going to get either, they don't care. I don't even ask how fucking education is right now. No one... Oh, I need to give them food? Oh, shit. What do they even eat? Beans and mushrooms? Alright, let's actually not leave yet. I'm gonna try to do this right now. Let's not leave yet. So I lied. I'm teleporting. Which ironically means I'm gonna see these guys over at the other teleport because they all teleport with me. Even though you know damn well there's multiple instances of them in the game. Alright, let's sleep again. We actually found out something on this stream. If you select wait until nightfall, it actually does reload the game like in a future night, which I think is pretty cool. Now, things like the shaking trees are static. They don't change, but you can see that they respawn the Pokemon down here, which is nice. Okay, so there's actually, like, no cover. So we're going to have to be creative with how we do this. I can't see. Okay. I know it's right there. I'm going for the grass. Oh, look at that cloud. That's that Game Freak masterwork right there. Next level. The highest content for their fans. Alright. There you go. Is he stuck? No, he's got it. Very nice. I'm very proud of you, Mischievous. Good job. There's a lot of Rotoms here. I think Rotom is like a 10% spawn rate. It's really low. It's not as high as the game is making it seem to be right now, which is very sus, but whatever. Okay, very nice. That should be enough, right? That's 8. Yes, okay. Yep, alright, so now we just have to use Hex 25 times. That's easy. Oh, I should have caught that Alpha then. Oh, that was a mistake. Maybe I have one. Again, it's just the level difference that helps. That's why I really like to just use Alpha Pokemon. Alright, let's see. Mischievous. What? Search. No! Oh my god. Thank you. Well, we have a shiny. It's level 61. I mean, technically we could get away with using that. It's level... Sure, you know what? Let's use it. Fine, fuck it. When did I even catch this thing? February of last year? March 19th. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Alright, let me take out Heracross and let me move Heracross because we don't need him there. There we go, okay. Alright, so we just have to spam Hex. Ghost-type moves are a little weird because there's not really good Pokemon to use them on. Let's just go to a lower level area and we'll do it. Yeah, you know what? Let's go to Crimson Mirelands. I cannot believe this caps out at 99,999. That's how you know they never intended anyone to do this. And I know I say that once a stream, but it really just surprises me like how little of a fuck they give beyond the main story in most Pokemon games. Hell, depending on what Pokemon games you're playing, they might not even give a fuck through the main story. So, I don't know. Try to get our 3 Pokemon done and out the way before I get tired of playing. Alright, Sliggoo is Steel Dragon. I don't really feel like fucking with that. So what I want to do is I want to go fight like some Geodudes. Which are over here. They might not be here at night, actually. Oh, shit. Okay. And then after this... That is so weird that there's a secondary shiny sound effect. I like it, though. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like catching these shinies is not fun. This is the best part of the game, by far. More so than playing, Violet. Which I actually did find a shiny on for Violet, for anyone who's wondering. I did actually find it when they had the Eevee raid, which was like 2 weeks ago at this point. Because now what they're doing is they're having back-to-back raid weeks. I think this week is going to be a remix of the Hisuian Samurott, which I think we defeated in like 1 turn, or like 1 attempt, so, you know. It's whatever, it's fine. So yeah, they're just kind of reusing some of the stuff. And again, that's fine. It's good that they give people multiple chances to catch it. I'm not like the biggest fan of Pokemon anymore, so I just wait for Ash to tell me what to do, and then I just don't bother afterwards. And then someday, I'm gonna go back and do Pokemon Shield. And I'm gonna go back and do Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. We're just gonna work our way back. Someday! I don't know what day that will be, but that's why I have to stream every day until I get to it. Because the more days I stream... Am I gonna be too far from this? No. The more days I stream, just the more I progress through stuff. Arceus is like the sole exception to that, because, you know, it's Arceus, right? Like, what the fuck? Actually, was it Monday? No, it was Sunday. So it's a Sunday, right? And like, you know, you have couples in the stations and stuff. You know, there was this nice couple. They were having a sweet time waiting for the train, and then they didn't even get on, which was kind of funny and stuff. You know, you have families and things going home, and then they just all walk in this train car and they just start walking out. It's crazy. And all I can think about in my head is that Louis skit. That Louis skit and the New York has a brand, which I will never forget. What? That is such a weird thing that the game determines. It's so crazy. I genuinely think New York is more racist than the Deep South sometimes. Depending on the area you're in and who you are, I think it's legitimately horrifically racist. That's another topic for another time. This is a really terrible city, I'm not gonna lie. But like, the thing about Dallas is that you have to live in Texas. Like, that's the thing. You have to live in Texas, and as Ash would say, they have scorpions and shit, and I can't deal with that. Like, honestly, the only other place I could probably live is Boston. I feel like that's the only other, like, city I would really enjoy living in. Maybe. Wait, where's the other ones? Oh yeah, they're up here. And someday on the final stream, I will do her side quest. Absolutely. Not a day before, though. Actually, I should do this during the daytime. I guess I'll go look for Murkrow, and then I'll go swing back around. Alright, it's over 50%. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, it's a one-shot. Man, I love this game. Yeah, that's totally exactly how that damage calculation works out in the real game. Uh-huh. Of course. Oh, he can interrupt you. Nice. Yeah, you know, 100% of my life bar. It's okay, game. This game is made by a bunch of assholes. I swear to God. This is so stupid. No other game in Pokemon acts like this, but whatever. Good thing I don't really give a shit about friendship in this game. Alright. Now, if I could land a back attack on him, I could move twice and he wouldn't get to do anything. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that. It's gonna be, like, kind of risky, I'm not gonna lie. Shut up. Now, you didn't have to do all that. Alright, let's see if I'll be able to get 2 turns in, or if he's just gonna one-tap me again. Actually, this is fine, because he's not gonna get to move. And he's not gonna get to move. Now remember, after this, I have to find like 8 Cherums out of trees. So I'm going to look that up again because I had it open and I didn't save the image and I closed the tab. So I'm going to look that up just in the interest of time. And And then that way we could maybe try to wrap that up too. Which would be kind of nice. What do we need to do for Roserade? Roserade. Number caught, number defeated. We could always catch some and evolve them with shiny stones, so I think it's better to defeat them. Yeah. Number of times you stunned it with items. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stun it with items. Controller. The fuck? That was insane. We're gonna stun it with items. And that's why I need to buy a bunch of this. Oh yeah, and then the Rosalia are gonna come help it, by the way. This is actually like a rare area where stuff like this will happen. Am I trying to 100% this game? Yes, because I desperately am trying to have a cry for help. I am. So the way it works in this game is that obviously you catch all the Pokemon. Well, you have to see every Pokemon, which there's only 240 in the base game, and then there's the extra ones from the DLC. You have to catch all the Pokemon in the game, and then on top of that, there's like mini challenges that you could do to like max out their research level. We're trying to 100% the research level, which honestly at this point, I don't know why I have not put that in the title of the stream in almost 2 years. I don't know why I haven't done that. Yeah, only. No, 240 is not a lot of Pokemon. I've said this before. Honestly, at this point, I just wish they would put every Pokemon in every game. But we're talking about one of the laziest, most entitled companies in gaming, next to EA and Ubisoft doing weird shit. So, unfortunately, we only get Pokemon games with a quarter of the decks in it. And in fairness, because I will be fair, if they want to make a game like this that's focused on, like, you know, a different type of gameplay, I'm okay with that. I think that that's fine if they don't have everything in it. There you go. But, you know, I just would prefer if they put everything in it. But I've had this rant so many times playing this game. This is only the 108th stream of this fucking game that I've done. I don't think I'm going to bitch about that again. Wait, what level is it? 50, okay. I don't think I'm going to do that today. Alright. So Alpha Pokemon, I don't think they respawn under normal circumstance. I think we have to leave the area and come back. So, yeah, no, in most other Pokemon games, all you have to do is just catch all the Pokemon, which is insanely easy, and I've done it. Every Pokemon game I've played on the channel, since on the Switch at least, I've done that. I've caught all the Pokemon. I've completed the Living Dex. The Living Dex in Brilliant Diamond took me like 20 streams because there's just that many Pokemon. It's like 400 Pokemon. And they kind of do it in a shitty way. They just, because it's really kind of a shitty port. What they basically do, wait, do I need to defeat this? No, I don't think so. What they basically do is they just have all the Pokemon spawn in the underground, which is good. But, like, I feel like the way they should have done the underground is instead of having... Please be a female for once in my life. It's always Combees. It's always fucking Combees. It's never anything else. That looks like a male to me from this distance. I mean, I'll take it. It doesn't matter. Oh, shit. Okay. That is a male. I hate my life. I have never found a female shiny Combee. Ugh. I've only played Shield. You know, it's funny. They added in a different type of shiny in Shield called I don't even know if it was called like a super shiny. It just had a different animation, and then they never brought it back. It's the weirdest shit. They will have entire new mechanics in Pokemon. They'll actually put developer time into it, right? They'll develop it, and then they'll never bring it back, and you'll likely never even see the mechanic play out, right? So like honey trees. Oh shit! Wait, I'm way low level. Oh shit. like the honey trees in a Pokemon, what is it called, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Perfect opportunity for them to fix that mechanic. They didn't. Oh, this is not happening. Oh, this is really bad. This is moderately bad. I'm leaving. Didn't even make it through the MSQ? Yeah, fuck that game. Are you kidding me? 2019, when I saw how bad Sword and Shield was, I was ranting about that every fucking day. I was a nuisance. I'll admit, I was pissed off. Why? Because I love Pokemon. And then come to find out, Fallen Order came out around that exact time. And in fairness, would I have liked Fallen Order as much if I played it back then? Probably not. The reason why I ended up liking Fallen Order so much is because I watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And that, like, super ties into it in, like, really awesome ways. Hello, Ash, by the way. So, like, I think I played it at the right time. It just wasn't the time when the game came out. Now, I'll never hit another move again. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I remember the whole fucking thing. I remember when they lied about stuff, everything. But anyway, you know. Then they make a game like this, and it appeals to my inner collector. You know, it's like, yes, do I want to sign my life away to doing menial tasks in a collect-em-all game? Yeah, pretty much. It's pseudo-open world, right? Like, you gotta give them a little bit of credit. It's pseudo-open world, even if it looks like a PS3 game. Even if it had some frame rate drops. I actually forget where this game had frame rate drops in, because it's been so long. Or maybe Scarlet Violet is so much worse, I just forgot about it. That's also another thing. But you could tell that the A team put their effort into this, and the B team made Violet. I'm going to be watching Food Wars Season 3. I think Toonami went all the way with it. I'll pop back in on occasion. Alright, see you later. Have a good one, Ash. Thanks for stopping by, even for a little bit. It's a good anime, what can I say? Yeah, I'm just kind of sad. I don't watch as much anime as I used to. I used to watch way more anime, and now there's just... I don't know, it's just... I don't like anime as much anymore, I guess. I mean, like, I like it, it's just there's not as much stuff as I want. You know, I feel like most anime is kind of like really, I don't want to say weeby, but most anime just, it's the animation style. I don't know. Everything kind of looks samey now. So like I'm watching One Piece. I forgot to tell Devin when Devin was here, but I've been watching more One Piece and I'm like halfway through Thriller Bark. And I'm just like, you know, sometimes I see that faint glimmer of old One Piece, but most of the time it just looks like everything else that's been out for the last decade. And mind you, I have no idea when they animated these episodes, right? Like, it might be like late 2000s, maybe. Again, this is like episode like 360 or something out of like 1085. So I'm not even like halfway through this, let alone, you know, filler. I don't even know, you know, even if you subtract filler, I'm not even halfway through the fucking anime. It's insane. It really is. But yeah, I don't know. Never played a Pokemon game, so I had nothing to compare it to. You can quite literally only go up from Sword and Shield. You can quite literally only go up. If nothing else, the thing I could say about Scarlet Violet is that you can at least play the game and like go different ways and do things out of order. It's the most basic kind of freedom, but it works because it's effective. If you want to do things in a different order than someone else, or whatever tickles your fancy, the only thing you need to have is reasonable levels to do so. And I actually kind of like that about that game. That is one of the few things I give that game in positive. Have I seen Netflix's One Piece? Yes, it is the only Netflix adaptation that is any good. And even then, it's okay. It's not like amazing, but it's beyond passable. I would even argue it's... I don't know, this is all arbitrary, right? Am I gonna miss this next attack? Thank you. I would say it's good. Let's leave it at good. I'll give them credit. The actors seem to really be into it. You know, oh great. This is actually good for me, by the way. The actors seem to be into it. You know, the writers, you know, they famously brought Oda on, which I was saying, well, that doesn't mean anything because they involved Watanabe. He wasn't like an executive producer, but they involved him, and that was like a big deal when they did. But that worked out. It's good. Dude, are you serious? I'm gonna die. This is ridiculous. Can I please hit? Jesus Christ. But, yeah, it's fine. Now, how long they're going to adapt it for, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea how long they're going to adapt it for. Remember, One Piece is still ongoing. It's like one of the longest running anime that I could possibly think of. One Piece has been going on since I was a kid. So, not a single episode, so I'm not planning on watching it. I would recommend watching the anime first. I know that that's a weird thing to say, but they introduced some things out of order in Netflix One Piece, and I would rather you watch the anime. Now, they do summarize a lot of arcs faster, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. It's just because they don't have 80 episodes to go through like a couple basic arcs, you know? They do hit on enough that I feel like it's not like you're really missing anything. It's not like Cowboy Bebop where the dialogue is fucking terrible, or Death Note where Light acts nothing like Light. But yeah, anyway. If you want to just watch it, it's pretty close to the source material and you'll have a good time. I think that's good enough. I'm not an anime person. Oh, okay. Well, now wait a minute. You play the most anime MMO and you're not an anime person? How does that work? I mean, I understand the logic behind it. It's just kind of weird to me. It's like the most anime people come on and they're actually named after anime characters on 14. That is so crazy. I mean, I guess you're not one of them because you actually have like a meme name like me, so it is what it is, I guess. I like Final Fantasy. Damn, that is the most logical response to what I just said ever. Holy shit. Yeah, why do you come on this anime-like MMO if you don't like anime? Well, I like the property it's based off of. Shit! I don't have a good parry to that. Alright, I'm not digging through that. That's work, and I don't want to do it. Okay, so are we done with Cherubi? Let's see. Oh yeah, he skips cutscenes. I forgot about that. He's a loathsome cutscene skipper. Oh my god. I forgot all about that. Oh wait, we need to be checking for combies. This is the other thing that's like really annoying, is I need to find combies from trees that are shaking. And I swear to god, this is going to take me the rest of my life to do. But you remind me that I need to change the title of the stream. I need to put 100% research progress. Because that's really what I'm doing, is 100% research prog. The only thing I will be cheesing are the fossils, because I want to do this before I die, and I don't plan to stand around for 40 minutes at a time. Sorry. I know that that's going to be disheartening. Maybe it'll even disqualify it to some people. I don't care. No one even cares about this game anymore. This game came out a year ago. People already forgot it even existed. It's not some big out type of game. You have to have brain power to rate. Yeah, I will agree to that. You do have to have, you have to flex your big brain. Oh shit, really? Where? There you go. Okay. Yeah, you do have to think when you raid, even when you just do normal content. But I mean, that's ultimately Final Fantasy's greatest weakness, is that it asks you to think. And as we see with a lot of people are incapable of thinking and pushing buttons at the same time. And I mean, it shouldn't necessarily be a point against them, but it also is like, holy shit, you know, like you'll get into raids. Like I showed you the samurai thing, right? Oh Christ. I showed you the samurai thing, right? Where the samurai was playing with that tank that wasn't holding any aggro at all. Yeah, that sort of thing. So basically they were tagging Xenos in it, and I'm getting distracted here because I'm trying to recount something. So Xenos has just been commenting on it because it's drama, right? Where whether you like it or not, whether you love him or hate him, it's drama, right? Like you got a bunch of people all over here yelling at some dude because he's not tanking, and the tank is over here just having a fun time. I'm gonna close the window, by the way. It's cool in my room now. The dude is over here having a fun time now because now he's just over here playing the game, and the two DPS are arguing over, well, should you get to tell the tank how to tank in this game? I'll leave it a little open. Should you get to tell the tank how to tank in this game as a summoner? And the summoner is like, bro, how are you level 90 and not know how to use 3 buttons on your fucking tank rotation? Like, seriously. Like, are you that allergic to pressing buttons? And the tank has no idea what's going on, and the healer is probably just like, oh, fuck, another shitty tank. So we have no idea what the dynamic is between the actual supports. It's just two people just yelling at each other over Twitter and shit. And that's crazy to me, man. It's been the most entertaining drama in 14 in a long while, ever since the ultimate weapon, like, what is it called? When they did the Zoom hacks or whatever. This has been the most entertaining drama in 14 in several months. So obviously I'm naturally like, yo, this is funny as fuck. Like, of course I want to watch a bunch of idiots yell at each other for, like, over Twitter for, like, a week or something. Are you kidding me? Of course. Why wouldn't I want to watch some idiots get mad at each other over a fucking shitty tank? People look through his logs and stuff, and they're like, dude, this guy gets kicked from, like, the Leia and shit. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. And look, I genuinely would like him to improve, but it seems like he's just a crafter that just sometimes does shit. And you know what? That's fair. But I mean, unfortunately, it means that he's a terrible person to do dungeons with. Look, I'm just gonna call a spade, right? He's just not good at tanking, okay? It happens. Not everyone can be a tank. I found out yesterday I cannot do the fucking super elite tank thing in World of Warcraft. Why? Because I never fucking play World of Warcraft, and tanking in it is difficult for me, all right? Some people find 14 tanking hard. I find WoW tanking incredibly hard. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, okay? It's also because I like playing on a controller. I'm a little bit used to that, and I'll never get unused to that. So playing on a keyboard for MMOs is actually kind of weird for me. And I don't have 1,000 mods. I'm playing vanilla. So, you know, anyway. But that's why I don't try to run mythics. I don't run mythics in World of Warcraft. I don't waste people's time. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm cognizant enough to know that. This dude, you know, you gotta respect him almost. Oh, fuck. Anyway. You gotta respect him. He's just out here playing the game. He doesn't give a shit. Oh, I got kicked. All right, I'll queue again. I'm a tank. Who cares? Oh, I got yelled at in party chat. Well, my chat's closed. Fuck you. Oh, you know, a bunch of people on Twitter are yelling at me about how bad I am, or the DPS are yelling at each other over whether or not I should learn or not learn. Fuck it, I don't care. It's on Twitter, and they're not even involving me. And honestly, I feel bad for main tank. See, okay, I'm always gonna err on the side of the people that say you should improve, you should get better, you should ask people to improve their gameplay. Because the bare minimum for tanking in fucking Endwalker is run around, have tank stance on, and spin to win. And like, a lot of people complain about it, but there's a reason why they made it this simple. It's so that anyone can get through the story. The floor is so fucking low in 14 that that's what they do, okay? Now, obviously, if you want challenge in 14, oh my god, we have a whole game to show you. But for that and that alone, that's what they do. They didn't do it to fucking because they didn't know how to develop it. But if they make it any harder, people won't play the game. It just happens that that one dude happens to be a tank instead of a DPS. Because if he was a DPS, you would just not know. You just wouldn't know. Yeah, I wonder if he even knows that there's drama. I'm sure someone has messaged him in game. I don't know his name, but I mean, if they have the logs, obviously he's in the logs. So like, you would know who he is just because of his logs. You'd know his world, you'd know his character name. Now, obviously, I don't want 100 people to go fucking stand around him and tell him he sucks, okay? Don't do that, all right? Man is just in his own world, having a fun time, whatever. He's obviously made it this far. I hope he improves, but do not, you know, I don't want people harassing him either which way. You know what I mean? But I'm sure someone has messaged him, and maybe he's aware of it. And I'm not saying he should be shamed until he does better. I'm just saying that maybe you should learn how to tank at level 90. I don't care when you join Final Fantasy. I know dudes that join during Endwalker that are ultimate clearers. 4 or 5 time ultimate clearers. My friend joined during Stormblood 2 years after I started playing. Oh, fuck yourself. Anyway, my friend joined during Stormblood 2-3 years after I started playing, being ultimate before me, years ago, and quit. And never came back, and never looked back. Oh, you can't slide in this game. I forgot about that. Oops. Anyway. So yeah. He probably doesn't even know. And who cares, right? It's fine. It is what it is. It's just funny. I will always err on the side of you should try to get better. You should try to improve, right? Never settle for less than whatever. I mean, like, look, not everyone can raid Savage, okay? I get it. Savage is a lot of accountability. It's a lot of memorization. It's a lot of adapting on the fly as well. It's a lot of things, okay? I get it. I understand if you can't do things like limit cut, okay? There's not really a good place to really demo it. I think that they need to expand the Hall of the Mentor. They need to go through every piece of content in 14 and just say, hey, you want to learn how to do this mechanic? Let's have a limit cut tutorial, okay? So here's a 1, here's 2, right? Here's 3, here's 4, right? Have 2 different kinds, whatever. And then just give people random numbers and then make sure that they do the mechanic right. All right, yeah, you did it correct. You didn't clip your teammates. You stood where you needed to stand. All right, well, you didn't clip anyone, but you weren't where you needed to stand. You know what I mean? They need to have that. I think that that would help people because certain mechanics, you gotta, I know, I'm okay. Some mechanics I do once, I know how to do them for the rest of my life. Like when I did Hephaestus, this is not me bragging, by the way, because there's mechanics I can't do, and I need to have other people help me. But like when I did Hephaestus, Limitless Desolation, I saw it once, I never fucked it up again. Why? Because it's that conceptually simple for me. Limitless Desolation was one of the easiest, it is literally the easiest mechanic in the whole fucking fight. Hands down. I thought that was a combustion for a second. They got me fucked up playing this game. Yeah, he doesn't know. He has no idea. And honestly, it's good for him. Good, he doesn't need to be involved in all this stupid shit. I have a bunch of stuff. My bag is actually full. Oops. I don't really need these. Green shard. Dude, are you serious? What am I even supposed to use this on? Fuck if I know. There you go. Oh my god, dude. Honestly, alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go back and empty my bag and then just come back. But yeah, no, I will always say to improve your gameplay. Do better. Don't just say, well, I can't do it, right? I can't do it. I can't figure it out. It's too hard. Look. Nothing before Extreme is too hard for anyone on that game, period. Unless you are actually physically incapable of pushing buttons. In which case, that's a different story. I understand why, right? If you're physically like, you have bad hand control or something, that's another story, right? That's not what I'm talking about. But if you're just a normal person, right? Like, you don't have any, I want to say like debilitations, right? You don't have any like medical problems or something that will prevent you from holding a controller and pushing buttons. Like the majority of people playing like, let's say COD or something, right? You could just play shit, you could always learn. You can never stop. It's not like they're asking you to do calculus. They only ask you to do what's a prime number and what's divisible, which you should be able to do. But never let that stop people from being unable to do the simplest of mechanics. And honestly, that's why Construct 7 became such a meme fight, is not because it's an interesting fight, it's because people don't know how to fucking do math. People don't know how to do math, and that's why Construct 7 is hilarious. And that's why it's one of my favorite fights in 14 to this day. It's not because it's a cool fight, it's because watching people fail Construct 7, like, I've been drunk and done Construct 7 correctly. Oh shit, Eevee? It's not shiny, so I don't care. I've been drunk and I healed Alzadal's legacy. Like, I don't know. You could always just make the argument that I've just played the game so much more. Like, you just know how to bail yourself out of weird situations. But, yeah, it is what it is. But, then you just get a bunch of people that come along. Well, you shouldn't tell him how to play. Motherfucker, he doesn't know how to play. Everything he's doing is getting us killed. What? And that's like the absence of progress. That's like regression. Is like, all right, well, just never improve, just push buttons and just be glad that he figured out how to plug his console into the wall. What? Yeah, I am straw manning them a little bit because it's kind of fucked up. It's like, okay, well, any idiot can turn on a fucking console, right? But to clear content requires ever increasing amounts of brain power. And listen, you don't want to sign up for Savage and Extreme? Cool. Totally cool. I get it. Right? Some days I don't want to raid Savage. I just force myself to. Right? I get it. There's nothing in the MSQ that requires more than 3 buttons. And I mean, that's the sad truth. It'll take longer, right? But nothing in the MSQ requires more than 3 buttons. That's the God's honest truth about Final Fantasy 14. Whether you like the game, you hate the game, you think it's amazing, you think it's shit, you could literally get through the MSQ spamming this whatever buttons on your keyboard. Now, I will at least be fair. World of Warcraft is a little bit different because you could kind of get through most content in WoW just by spamming buttons. It doesn't matter what button you push 90% of the time. The problem is that WoW doesn't have a lot of structure, and that's the thing I don't like about it. 14, you know, the MSQ is very structured. Go here, talk to this person. Go here, do this instance duty. Go here, do this dungeon. Go here, do this raid. Go our trial. Go here, do this. Go here, do that. You're going through all 6 areas by the time you're done. You know everything about the areas. You know where to go in them. There's lots of story, right? Everything is fed to you nice and upfront, right? Makes perfect sense, okay? You play World of Warcraft, oh, I'll just meander over this way. Oh, I'll just go over here and do something there. All right, well, you don't want to do a dungeon. That's cool. Never learn how to do your rotation. Who cares anyway? And then you get to high levels and you don't know how to fucking play the game. And that's the thing I don't like about World of Warcraft, is that because there's no structure, there's no moment where you get your teeth kicked in, the game never like punishes you for not knowing, right? You never have that moment of shame like, damn, I was nothing but a detriment to my party. I need to learn and improve, right? Damn, I didn't know the fight. I need to study up on the fight. I need to figure out the mechanics. Because you never get your teeth kicked the fuck in, people just never learn how to do mechanics in it. And that's why I don't like World of Warcraft a lot. People, the first time they ever did any amount of instance content in World of Warcraft was Broken Shore, which is basically the introduction to Legion. And I'm like, bro, you got to level 100, I think it was level 100, right? Coming out of Draenor? I think, right? Yeah, I think so. It's just, WoW is just very bad with a lot of systems, and it's unnecessary, like, how bad it is with it. Especially when they actually patch their shit like relatively frequently, like not major patches, but like they will have a patch randomly on a day. And it's just like, well, why don't you just patch this and change it? Like, why do we have to wait till War Within before they decided to change the glamour system? Final Fantasy has had that change since day one. I don't know. They just never did it. You find a piece of gear, you want to use it on your shaman, go suck a dick. You got it on your druid, suck a dick. I mean, what's nice is that they have BattleNet integration, which is kind of cool. So, like, my friend was playing Overwatch. I had another friend playing, what is it? The other one, the MOBA. I forget what it's called. And it was cool because I could message them, right? Because it's all to your BattleNet account, right? But everything else, bro, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, whatever, yeah. Yeah, there's no guidance at all. That's the thing I hate. So, like, you have to know how the areas progress. I just think WoW does a really shitty job of conveying its story and conveying its plot. And conveying, you know, just having anything meaningful or impactful. I feel like WoW is like a bunch of short stories tethered together by a loose plot that you will never see the end of, because by the time you're max level, they just tell you to, oh, all right, go off to the new stuff now. It's like, whoa, 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 what if I want to see the conclusion of, I don't know, Battle for Azeroth? What if I want to see the, well, maybe it's a little bit easier in that because there's fewer areas. But what if I want to see the conclusion of, oh shit, that scared the shit out of me, actually. I forgot you could even do this. What if I want to see the conclusion of the Wrath of the Lich King plot? Well, I mean, the raid has been out for, 14 years, you're just gonna have to solo it. And I mean, you can, but it's not as fun as like doing Alexander or something and following the storyline and following the plot lines. Whereas my biggest complaint with 14 is that none of the cutscenes are voiced. And I've said this for years, or not none of the cutscenes. A very slim amount of the cutscenes are voice acted. And I wish that that was not the case, because I think that they do a good job voice acting them. Sometimes the raids are voice acted, sometimes they're not. It's all very random. It's like, why doesn't Hegemony and Agdistis have voice actors, but Hephaestus and P7, everything in P9 through 12 has voice acting? Why does Hegemony and Agdistis not have it? I could understand Carbuncle, or what is that other fight called? Proto-Carbuncle. It's a monster, right? I'm sure they could like synthesize a voice, but does it matter? Not really, right? But would it be cool to have Agdistis actually like shriek in absolute pain and body horror because she's this weird like twisted tree? Yeah, that would be fucking cool, man. Absolutely. You know, I just wish that they had full-on voice acting in 14. I really do. I think that would elevate the presentation insanely, right? And that's something I've noticed in a lot of MMO or a lot of JRPGs lately, is that they'll have full voice acting. As much as I hate Tales of Arise, that game has full voice acting. Money and time constraints, then not Creative Business Unit 3, but Square Enix, go fuck yourself. I mean that sincerely. Not Creative Business Unit 3, Square Enix, go fuck yourself. Hire a goddamn voice actor. You know how many people who are probably aspiring voice actors and actresses would happily voice a character in 14 for you could probably lowball the shit out of them. Not that you should, but you could probably lowball the shit out of them. And you want to know why? Because then they'll go off and they'll put it on their resume that they played a raid boss in 14, and then I get to enjoy some voice acting. I'm not saying get any old schlob up on the mic like me, but, you know, there's got to be some people out there with nice voices who could, you know, reasonably, you know, you could give them the... I've never heard that sound effect. That's actually crazy. You know, they could play oh, you're a scientist that's been transformed into a big demon tree. Do your best impression of being in constant agony. And then just, you know, mix around with it. Like, I don't mean like auto-tune. Some people would legit do it for free. Now, I don't think they should. I think they should get some money from it. This is a paid-for product. But some people would legit voice act in 14 and other games for free. You know? It's not like we're dealing with, like, big-name people. Like, I looked up the Pandemonium dude yesterday. Because, again, I love his voice acting. It changes the whole fight for me when you can listen to Pandemonium yell about how much he loves his mother and stuff. I think that's the coolest shit in the whole fucking tier, is Pandemonium yelling about that. That shit is cool. I love that. So why isn't... Well, he is voiced in all his scenes, but why isn't Themis voiced throughout the raid, even outside of the fights? You know, why... It's just my biggest complaint is that the voice acting is inconsistent outside of the main story. And I understand not every... Alright, it was gonna glitch out. Not every fight needs to have voice acting, but, you know, like... You know, it's just one of those things, right? I don't know. I feel like actually every fight should. I take that back. It would only improve the game. I will take that back, actually. I mean, for fuck's sake, they gave a voice to Kokaidos when he turns into the fucking behemoth. You mean to tell me Proto Carbuncle couldn't get that? Yeah, no. Hesperos? I mean, I guess you could argue that Kokaidos is a thinking being that eats souls, so technically it's not like a random behemoth. But why couldn't we voice Hesperos? Ericthonios, right? Etc. Dude, fuck off. That's so that's the game, by the way. That's not me. Yeah. I don't know. What's going on today? I'm ranting about video game development again. But yeah, World of Warcraft is just all over the place. You go to an area, you do a bunch of stuff for people you'll probably never see again, you move on to the next area. And that's a lot of the early game areas, but I would argue those are the most fun. There's a lot of diversity in like the base game World of Warcraft compared to like some of the DLC or the expansions. The expansions are just not fun to level in, especially on like a long form leveling. And I think that's just the problem with WoW, is that half of the content is functionally different than when it came out, and the other half is just completely different anyway. So, oh well. I just think that, again, raids should have voice acting. And you know what? If you're bothered by it, they should have a toggle. I don't want to hear anything, okay? Unless it's like a mechanic tied to like a voice line, I don't want to hear it, right? Totally understand that for some people. Some people think the voice acting is annoying. I think the voice acting makes every fucking fight I hear it in better. And I will stand by that till the day I die. Yeah, no worries, Crispy. You have a good one. I love that shit. That shit is so good. When Pandemonium is yelling about shit, man, I feel that in my... I feel that in my soul. I want that man's autograph. I'm gonna print out a big ass picture of Pandemonium. I'm gonna get him to sign it, and I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna put it in my living room. I will absolutely do that. I will 100% go to a con, shake this man's hand, tell him he changed my life, and sign and get a signed picture of Pandemonium in my thing. Yeah. I will 100%. There's a lot of characters I do that for, right? It's not just Pandemonium, but you know, you get my point. Like, Amarot and the Dead Ends are way better because they narrate it. If it was just a bunch of text on a screen, I wouldn't give a shit. But because it's narrated, I fucking love it. Anyway, you get the point. WoW was good. I remember playing some of it. Yeah, case in point, WoW was good. WoW was. And like, they kind of have brought back some of the brilliance that made it a little bit good. But there's just a lot of outdated systems. I just like 14 because you could just swap classes. Like, I cannot understate how much of a difference that makes when you're playing 14 and you're just leveling or you're doing some weird stuff or whatever. What time is it, by the way? Okay. You're doing weird stuff or whatever, right? Like, I cannot overstress how much better it is. You know, I'm going to finish Mischievous right now. I can't overstate how much better it is when you're playing it. And, like, you could just say, well, today I want to play a different class. Tomorrow I want to play a different class. Right now I want to play Warrior, and then I want to play Black Mage, and then I want to play Astrologian, and then I want to play Monk, and then I want to play Samurai, and then I want to play Ninja, and then I want to play Machinist, and I want to play Dancer, and then I want to play Bard, and then I want to play Red Mage, and then I want to play Summoner, and then I want to play Scholar, and then I want to play White Mage. It's cool to be able to toggle that. I really enjoy that. I can't state that enough, that having everything on one class is cool as fuck. What? Dude, where is the... Oh, he respawned because of the weather. That's actually really funny. I thought it was in Paris again. That, to me, makes, like, the whole difference in playing the game. You know? Because in World of Warcraft, whatever class you pick, your character's that class forever. That's why I play Druid. That's exactly why I play Druid. Because I just have, if I want to play any role in the game, I could play it as Druid. Every other class, you're either locked onto DPS for all three of your specs, you have a healer spec maybe if you're lucky, or a tank spec. And the only other two classes that have tanking, DPS, and healing are Monk and Paladin. That's it. Those are your options if you want to play all three specs to some degree. So yeah. No, I don't think they should start over. I'm not a fan of the idea of, well, let's just completely ditch everyone's progress and hard work and memories and then reboot it onto a system. I think that rebooting an MMO like that is exactly how you kill it. Because the Division never recovered from it. I don't have enough data about Destiny to know how much Destiny 2 reboot affected Destiny 1 over time. I have no idea. I think that's just a really shitty thing. Just don't put in shitty systems. I think that they're seeing a lot of what 14 is doing, and they just want to kind of copy that. Which, I mean, in fairness, 14 saw a lot of what WoW was doing and copied a lot of that too. So in the early days, 14 definitely took a lot from World of Warcraft. So I'm not going to knock WoW for taking 14 shit. It's just very coincidental. But that's fine. I mean, that's life. The problem is, I feel like even though 14 is a lot more to get into, I think it's ultimately a more rewarding experience than World of Warcraft. That's not to say that you can't play WoW and feel like I have a better time on WoW than 14, but I feel like you would have more fun playing playing WoW. I'm sorry, playing 14 than you would WoW long term. That's my personal opinion. And obviously you could say I'm biased, but to be fair, when I was in middle school, bro, it was the World of Warcraft show. It just wasn't the YouTube show at the time. I mean, it also kind of was, actually, to be fair. I just didn't record it. Because back then, there wasn't OBS. OBS really revolutionized everything, to be honest with you. I'd have to legitimately learn how to tank on WoW from, like, the jump. And that's the other thing, is that they don't have, like, a duty finder, you know? So, like, if you wanted to improve... Usually the way that you improve is you just go do something and you gradually build yourself up, right? Like, you don't jump in the deep end. You first go in the shallow end and you kick your feet around for like an hour or two, right? And then you gradually, you know, under supervision, begin to swim in the deep end of the pool, right? Totally fair. How long should WoW go on then? This is my controversial take. Until they go out of business. That's what games as a service should be. Should be basically infinite. I don't care. Maybe we'll all be dead. Think about it like this. How many of y'all have a Steam account worth hundreds of dollars? in the next couple of years, as people, you know, begin to unfortunately die, right? We should really start to think about, well, how do you pass on a Steam account, you know? Can I legally pass it on to my kids or, you know, someone else? Yeah, maybe we need to start thinking about systems like that. But how long should it go for? Keep making shit up. I don't care. I don't think that games should have some random arbitrarily decided end, especially if, you know, people are still playing it. It's obviously profitable. We know with 14, it's something like 30 to 40% of their balance sheet is 14 revenue. Again, I'd like to get a source for that. I had it a long time ago and I don't remember. What am I looking for again? Mischievous. I had it a long time ago and I need to find it again. It's a lot. It's a huge chunk of their revenue, especially since, you know, everything else Square Enix does sucks dick. So yeah, one more time. Okay. Shocked I lived past 30. Bro, when I was 25, I wanted to be out of this bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I'm 28 and I haven't changed my mind. It's just I play video games now. But yeah, no, forever. Why not? Yeah, let's arbitrarily just stop making money. Would you go into work one day and you're making good money and you live off it and you just say one day, you know what, I'm just gonna stop working today. Why? Not because, you know, my job is obsolete or, you know, it's not good or I'm whatever. No, I just feel like not making money today. I'm just gonna start over and go back to college. Would you do that? I mean, some people do. Is it necessarily the best thing to do? Probably not, right? Especially when a lot of people are grateful for your time and grateful for your effort. You know, probably not the thing to do. Just my 2 cents. And I don't care if it's the only product that Blizzard makes. Probably shouldn't get rid of it. And I don't even like WoW that much. And I don't think they should get rid of it. Alright, what was I doing again? Today is the 29th. What did we do? We just did Miss Drevis. Okay. No expiration dates on this train, baby. We're gonna play WoW until WoW is gone. Again, I think that if you could just play different classes on one character, I think WoW would be so much better. Personally. Like, if you could just swap classes, even with race restrictions, it would just be better. But, like, then the argument would become, why have race restrictions? Because 14 doesn't. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, I kind of see the argument for that. You know, if you're going to dedicate all your time onto one character, like, why would you want to arbitrarily be like, well, this character can never play this? So I just don't like the idea of alts. And that's, at least in fairness to them, something that they talked about on their big, like, Blizzard conference. What was it called? What is it called? BlizzardNet? The BlizzCon. They at least, you know, talked about it. They were like, listen, alts back in the day were for the hardcore people. You know, nowadays, most people have 3 or 4 characters at max level, you know, just sitting around. And I mean, I kind of do too. And it's like, you know, we have to adopt systems, right? 14, just, you know, by virtue of being a newer game, has completely dodged this issue since day one. What else? Mischievous. We never finished Bibarel? Wait, did I just not fill it in? Yeah, I didn't fill it in. Oops. That's why I'm trying to update the Google document while I also rant about shit. Torterra, Porygon, Lilligant. Alright, Cherubi we're not done with. Alright, let's evolve this into Cherim. You have to pay for and unlock character slots, and that's more money. On WoW? No. Not to my knowledge. You have to subscribe to play above level 20, but that's it. I think you're allowed to have 70 characters by default, unless it's something I was grandfathered into, but I feel like I would have heard about that, right? Like, oh, well, I can't have the characters I want. I feel like I would have heard about that by now, maybe. Wait, I don't have Petal Dance? Hello? What? Oh, you gotta get it to a high level then. Oops, where's the candies? Kira was thinking I was over-leveled. I'm actually under-leveled. Where the fuck is it? Oh, great. Unlike the other Pokemon games, I don't have a ton of candies in this game. Dude. Oh my god. Okay, please tell me that's Petal Dance. I will be so salty if it isn't. Thank you. Oh my god. I'm in hell. Is it 70? It might be 60 characters. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I think they upped it, though. It's a lot. I mean, like, arguably, if you just want to have the full experience, you only need, what, like 12 characters for every class? Because remember, they don't introduce classes as often in that game. It's okay, they don't balance it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's why I don't like playing Hunter anymore. I don't like the way Hunter plays, and unfortunately I can never change my character off of being a Hunter. He's just a Hunter for life, and I just have to live with it. And I just said no, and I just started playing Druid instead. And that's the thing I just don't like. It's like, I have a character I've been playing since 6th grade. It's one of my oldest surviving save files, I guess, if you will. And I've had that character since Burning fucking Crusade. And I cannot play, I can play it. It's just not fun. I don't like any of the Hunter specs as they are right now. I don't like any of them. And it would be cool if, like, you know, alright, Hunter's my main class, but I could just switch over to Warrior or something. You know, like, I would enjoy that. But that's the thing, is like, WoW's been around so long, odds are, if you're older than the age of 20, you probably played World of Warcraft at some point. Especially if you're over 25 and you've been a gamer your whole life, you probably played it, because WoW used to run on legit toasters back in the day. I used to play that shit on my MacBook. That's how long ago that was. I haven't used a MacBook. That was the last Mac I ever had. And then my iPhone, I had an iPod, I'm sorry, I had an iPhone in 2014. 2014 to like 2017, I had an iPhone. I think it was the iPhone 5S. Was not expecting this. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. I mean, I guess I was, because I dug through this, but I also was kind of not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually not expecting that. That kind of took me aback. I kind of froze up. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I've had that shit forever, man. I don't know. I just think they need to add a lot of this. And see, I want to play the Old Republic, and I have started a character on it, but I kind of want to do a playthrough on it a little bit. So, like, again, I know the whole point is, like, you have the Sith and the Jedi, which means you have to make 2 characters and play through it. I think that that's fine, right? I just wish you could switch classes, you know? I don't know. Stunky and Skuntank are good. I mean, it's all right. It could be worse. I don't think they're particularly amazing, but I also don't think they're particularly terrible. I also said I was going to start playing ESO, and I pretty much bought ESO, and I need to buy the new expansion, I guess, if I like it. Maybe I'll play at some point soon, especially since it's free to play if you actually buy it. So maybe I'll play it. Again, I'm not like a huge Elder Scrolls fan. I just had a good time playing some Bethesda games of late. So I don't know. It's surprising, too, because I'm not really, like, a big MMO person. Like, I like single-player games more than MMOs, usually. It was just back in the day on my basic-ass Windows Vista, and I could only play 2 games. Counter-Strike Source, and, what's the other one called again? World of Warcraft. I don't even know why I blanked on that. I just talked about it. That was it. Those are the only 2 games I could really play. I mean, to be fair, back then, Steam was pretty bare bones, right? Back in 2006, 2007, when I was just, like, getting into internet online culture and video game culture and stuff, Steam was really empty, actually. I don't think people will ever see that ever again, because Steam is so full of games, you know, from all sorts of companies and styles and stuff now. Back in the day, to get a third-party game on Steam was like a big fucking deal. I remember when they had I always talk about this, the Rain Slick Precipice of Darkness. It was like some kind of Newgrounds game or something. And I was like, yo, that's cool. They got someone else's game on here, right? And now, to be fair, that's all they do. And, like, they did it at the cost of Half-Life, which I am a little bit salty about. But You know, Half-Life was getting good. Left 4 Dead was getting good. It's just a shame that that's all kind of gone now, but yeah. Everyone in my house is playing ESO a while. Temporarily stopped, but I have some rogue Argonians. I just wish I was more into Elder Scrolls. I'm just not really into the fantasy of it a lot. I really do wish I was into it more. I feel like if I was like a big ESO or a big Elder Scrolls fan, I would have the like most fun ever with some of these games, because it's technically infinitely replayable content. Oh, did I ever rename those stupid Skyrim streams? I never did I? Like, you know, I was only like for 2 days. I mean, also, that's the other thing, is that the price point for 14 is cheaper than World of Warcraft by a few dollars. So technically speaking, if you don't buy WoW in bulk, you're kind of paying more for it. Whereas 14 is a little bit cheaper. Perfect. I have never heard of any of these. Perfect World, Aura. I had a friend that was really into MapleStory many years ago, but I haven't talked to him. The last time I spoke with him was probably pre-YouTube. To give you some idea of how long ago pre-YouTube is for me, I'm now 28. I started my channel when I was 13 and just a few days away from my 14th birthday. This channel that I'm on right now. That's how long ago that was. So yeah, it's been a long time, needless to say. Okay. Well, somehow we found a shiny for the stream. Let's see. We have to start finding more things to max out. Kill me. Roserade. Oh, shit. Why didn't I go fight the Roserade? That was such a waste. Alright, let's go look for this. Talking about Elder Scrolls. Oh, this has become a... This started as... What did this start as? Shit, Crispy would know, but he left. This started as a Pokemon rant that turned into a Final Fantasy XIV rant that turned into a general MMO rant that then finally rounded out to becoming a... I guess we just included Elder Scrolls in it, I guess. What did I say I really wanted them to do? Oh yeah, more voice actors. That's what I wanted. That's Final Fantasy's biggest thing, but by comparison to WoW, it's not a super non-issue. I just have a lot of fun when they have like really cool voice lines and they're not, and then they're voice acted. It's just like, oh, mwah, magnifique. I tip my hat. I get down on one knee. I salute. I cry. I smile. I cheer. What is it called when you bring the cup up? You raise your glass, right? It's beautiful. That scared the shit out of me every time. Aren't you gonna leave too? Big guy? What? He just vanished! I'm playing a meme. This game is such a meme game. 14 is the only MMO I've spent any time with. I played a little Tortanic. I will in the new year probably start to play the Tortanic on like an actual character and actually do stuff. Because Gundam Otaku keeps asking me, you know, well, you say you're gonna play it, and I'm like, yes, I will play it, dude. In the same way I said I was gonna play a lot of games, I will play them. Now, it might not happen as fast as I'd like, but I will do it. Especially since I'm actually enjoying Star Wars. Maybe not the movies or anything else, but, you know, I am enjoying Star Wars stuff again. Save. I'm not letting this fucker get away. Do we count Vindictus? I have never heard of it, so nope. You're not lying. No cap detected. I've never met anyone that played EVE Online. That's like one of the few things I've never met someone... Like now I'll obviously meet someone, but back when I was in high school, I never met anyone that actively played EVE Online. It's so weird. Because it's like this big game that everyone plays. They have that whole like trade blockade or something that happened in real time or something. And I've never met anyone that played EVE Online. I have a friend. Yeah, it always seems to be like friends of people. Like, I don't know. Maybe the EVE community is just well gatekept. And honestly, in 2023, that's a good thing. Keep the normies out. Leave my franchises alone, please. Is that it? Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. Alright, well, it saves me a lot of effort. Let's go grab this. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's just a shame because a lot of the games that wanted to be MMOs could have just been single-player games and been so much better. I think that's the one thing that really makes me sad is there's a lot of games that if they were just offline and not games as a service, they would just be so much better. And we'll, you know, just unfortunately everything has to be games as a service. And then as soon as you log in, they assault you with a billion purchasables and things. I don't know, man. They didn't see me. Nice. Alright, let's look for Churum and Cherubi. Actually, we just need to look for... There they are. Games as a service is a cancer. I think the problem is that it's spread to too many games. I genuinely think that when it was just MMOs, I think it made sense because MMOs by their very nature are a service, right? They constantly give you new content over time, right? They're meant to be played with people. They're repetitive. There's a lot of stuff to it. There's a lot of nuance and a lot of things to do in them. It makes a little bit more sense than like a shooter, right? Like all these like online shooting games like Destiny and Division. I get having online co-op. Do we need to connect to Ubisoft services? You know? I can also take the content anytime. Oh, absolutely. I hate that. Yeah. And again, there's no guarantee that tomorrow, you know, Microsoft doesn't just tell Blizzard, yeah, World of Warcraft, we're axing that. Now, why would they axe one of their biggest cash cows? I don't know. But theoretically, he's right. There's nothing wrong with them saying, tomorrow, kill it. There's nothing wrong with Square Enix tomorrow going completely off the deep end and saying, you know what? Creative Business Unit 3, you made us good money with Final Fantasy 16. You've continuously, for a decade, brought in money with a failed product that you made better. Axe it. There's literally nothing stopping them from going crazy, you know, and doing that. The only thing that is kind of... Wait a minute. What the fuck? Am I stupid? Ash! Am I dumb? What? What is going on? What? Dude, it's broken. Why has the YouTube chat not been appearing this whole time? What the fuck? It's not showing up. Dude, are you serious? That shows up. Wow, it's actually just broken. It's just not showing up. Huh. Okay. I assumed it was because the Twitch chat showed up. Alright, hold on. There you go. We'll bring these people up. Oh, and there you go. Wait, hold on. Is it because I didn't transition the thing? Hold on, let me check really quickly. Is it because I didn't transition it? No, it's just not working. That's really crazy. Okay. They got me fucked up. I'm like, wait, why are y'all not on the thing? Well, are people gonna think I'm talking to myself? Like I got voices in my goddamn head. Which, when you think about it, would be absolutely terrifying. I got a bunch of people over here giving me a full-on conversation to rant about. Not that I would need people to do that, but, you know, it's kind of weird. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, I just stop and think. I'm like, wait a minute, did I not engage it? No, it's just not working. Damn. They had me fucked up. Anyway, where was I? I wasn't anywhere important, honestly. How's everyone's day? What? They can't see me. Thank you. I love this game. This is my favorite game on the Switch. Metroid Dread has nothing on this game. Nothing. Only Arceus can provide me with the pleasure I desire. Google trying to stop ad blocker by checking notes breaking chat. I mean, the funny thing is outside of just using Opera GX, I don't have any ad block on Opera GX to my knowledge. But that's because, in fairness, I don't watch YouTube on this browser. More than Pikmin? Oh yeah, so Pokemon Violet is just the best game on the Switch. I'm sorry, Ridge. It's so good. It does everything. You don't need to see more than 10 frames a second. You don't need to. The eye cannot see more than 10 frames a second, Ridge. Come on. So why do they need to render anymore? Those crisp polygons. You don't need more than 400 Pokemon. Can you even count above 400? Why would you need more than 400 Pokemon? Anyway. Alright, I think we're done here. Oh, well, there's an Eevee. It's not shiny, though, unfortunately. Dude, I'm never gonna get shiny Eevees in this game. All that work and Eevees don't ever fucking spawn, man. Seriously. And yes, I have gotten like 5 or 6, but no, I'm a thirsty motherfucker and I want more. Why do I want more? I don't know. I just want it. I just want it so fucking badly. I need to actually play Pikmin 2 again. Okay, let's go over here. I need to finish that, the Wii version, the Wii U version I was playing. I need to finish that. Wave the nunchucks around and shit. It actually worked pretty well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually like how that version plays. I mean, at any time we could play Pikmin, by the way. You know that, right? Because I bought it digitally. Like, we could literally stop Arceus right now and go play Pikmin. And I will happily play Pikmin 2 because I'm a fucking whore for that game and I love it. I've loved it since I was 10 years old and I'm almost 30 and I still love that game so goddamn much. That game genuinely makes me happy on a stupid level. It's so good. I love Pikmin 2. That is one of my favorite games of all time, which, by the way, we need to have that stream where we talk about the favorite games of all time. I need to make that list, and I need to make it soon. It's literally a Google document that only I can edit, so I need to do that, and I will do it soon. Play what you want to play, go pick some in. Not today. Maybe soon, though. I actually have been wanting to play more Spyro, so maybe I'll play Spyro soon. I actually do want to play Spyro, because I bought it for the Xbox, and that's like, one, it's easy platinum. It's an easy platinum trophy, or all achievements, and two, I haven't played it in like a year. Whenever I played the Switch version, was the last time I played it. Alright, we could just leave it. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Alright, I think that's it. Honestly, I don't know if you could reset Shaking Trees. Right? Alright, let's go fight the Roserade. And then we'll leave. Right? Because we don't need to fight Haunch Crow. Yeah, no, I'm loving that, man. That's what I mean. Like, sometimes it's just fun to play remakes and stuff you really like from your childhood, you know? We already hit this thing with enough. Yes, we did. Okay. Sometimes that's the most fun you can have. Make the content you want to make on the games you want to make. Damn be the consequences. I will happily bleed subscribers. Famous last words from man about to lose 90% of his subscribers. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back to camp. Man, that's a lot of boxes. But I'm not done yet! Actually, we need to pedal dance. Let's go pedal dance. I think that was supposed to be a Cricketune cry. But the way they cut it off, like halfway through, or not even halfway through, is kind of nuts, actually. It's really weird how they are, like, they want Pokemon cries to be heard when you teleport. I don't know. That's really interesting. There's some very interesting design decisions in this game. Oh no, I have to fucking level up to master it too? Oh, whatever. And it misses? Dude, I hate this. I'm about to quit for the day. That's crazy. That is such a fucking buzzkill, man. Thank you. Oh my god. How many times do we have to see it use it? Honestly, I gotta see what Pokemon I really actually have to work on so I can maybe be a little bit more efficient. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, completing this dex is brutal, man. This is one of the most brutal things I think I've ever done in my life. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's torture, like genuinely. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm too far to quit now. I'm 57% done. Like, at this point, like, quitting would just be a complete waste of the last, like, 60 live streams. Like, it's too late. I have to finish it now. They're gonna strap me into a saw trap. And if I don't do it, they'll do unspeakable horrors to me. Probably involving lasers and dildos, but regardless. I kind of have to finish it now. There's no hope. I have to. I'm doomed. And so because of that, I have to spam the same move 40 fucking times. Some of the moves require 70 times. I mean, it's not as bad as it sounds, to be honest. It's just that we need to get to a high level, and there's not like a really good way to get candies in this game. And like, you could arguably say, well, why don't you spend money to get it? But I don't want to, you know, like, you only have so much money in this game anyway, so I don't know. What are we playing tomorrow again? I forget, actually. What are we playing tomorrow? What is tomorrow's stream? Oh, okay. So you want to know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to start Final Fantasy V right away. I've decided I think I'm going to take a little bit of a brief break. I want to maybe finish up Fire Emblem, so I might do 2 streams of Fire Emblem Engage. One tomorrow, and then a slightly longer one on Friday. Because to me, I just need to get it done and dusted before the year turns over. Dude, I hope that guy crashes every day. I genuinely hope he crashes. Alright, where's this shit? Reload. Okay. Fighting the sisters can get you some good money. What have I been thinking about Engage? How the hell have I delayed it from January to November? Genuinely. Now, as a game, I don't think it's bad. I actually like some of the characterizations and stuff. Or, I mean, the character customizations and stuff. The story is not great. And I know people weren't, like, super thrilled with Fates. But, like, the story of Engage is... would you like to recruit another royal and their 2 attendants? Yes, if I could deploy more than 10 people at once. That's the problem. There's too many characters, and you only can deploy 10 characters. Like, Fire Emblem needs to just say, fuck it, our games are for hardcore people. And then just, like, let you deploy, like, 20 dudes. I want each turn to last minimum 5 minutes on my side. Maybe 10. And that way I'll spend 3 hours fighting a boss, fighting the final fight, only to realize I cannot complete it and I have to restart. Now, luckily, that didn't happen to me all throughout Golden Deer and all the other playthroughs I did. But yeah, it really does have Fate syndrome, where it's like, hey, here's this character and their 2 attendants. Hey, here's this character and their 2 retainers. Hey, here's this character and their 2 retainers. Hey, here's another character and their 2 retainers. And I mean, like, it's cool once or twice. I don't know. It's just, there's too many characters, and you get to a point where it's like, every character is something unique. And, you know, you could say, well, you're just supposed to pick and choose your favorites, and the rest is whatever. But, like, if you really want to play it tactically, like, how much stuff do I need to cram in my brain for characters I'll probably never use, in fights I'll never use them in? You pick 10 people to go through the game, and replayability is in picking new groups each time. Is there New Game Plus? Yeah, see, like, New Game Plus works. The problem is that... Alright. I think the best games do New Game Plus and allow you to replay chapters. I think that's the best type of game, right? Because on one hand, you know, if you just want to play the game and maybe dick around on some earlier chapters with some different characters, then you can, right? You could get some later game units and reuse them in earlier chapters, right? Just to dick around. Maybe even you could add some extra challenge by saying, well, now play it again on a higher difficulty, right? I think that's the one complaint, or, you know, one of the few complaints I have about Three Houses, is you get to the end of the game and it's like, well, congratulations, you're done. And it's like, wait a minute, like, I can't do anything anymore. I'm at the end of the game, right? It's over. You know what I mean? Like, and you have to replay the whole game no matter what. What's a Pokemon that you think could use a new form or evolution? Tropius, Chimecho is another one. There's a lot. I would love for them to bring back Mega Evolutions. Flygon. There's a couple I could probably think of if I really thought about it. I think that Sock and Throw should get united the same way that Tyrogue united Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I don't know. Again, I think like Plusle and Minun I think should have that too, but they're not really memorable. I don't know. That's not like the biggest deal, but it would be something interesting. I get the whole point is like not every Pokemon needs an evolution. So if Tropius not getting an evolution is fine, but I think that it should get like some different form. By the way, DJ Retro, welcome to the stream. And welcome to the stream, Biff. And welcome to the stream, Ridge. And welcome to the stream, Moody. I think I already told Ash welcome to the stream. It's been a while. But yeah, I just think that when it comes to those games, and I say this about Final Fantasy Tactics as well, I really think that they should just, like, have it be replayable. Hey, you want to replay Chapter 4? Hey, here's a mission select. Just select the mission. Play the cutscene. Skip cutscene. Alright, ready to fight? Deploy your units, go. Right? Like, I don't want to sit through 40 hours of, you know, replaying Three Houses, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to kind of replay the missions a little bit. And that doesn't mean I think the game is bad. I just think that after, what, a couple hundred hours of me playing it, I think I'm a little done, right? Like, it's like, all right, I played Three Houses to death. Where's Three Hopes? Right here. Right? Okay, I think I played at Three Houses enough. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Only one I think I really enjoy is Path of Radiance. And oh, my God, he loves the hard ones, dude. The impossible games. But, yeah, I think those should get a port. Absolutely. And then, you know, like, port it, put the rewind feature in, put in easy mode, and just let people downgrade to easy mode whenever, and just say, listen, it's a complex game. Either you care enough to play it or you don't. Right? Because that was the game that, ironically, almost killed the franchise, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. Anyway. Path of Radiance is easy pie. Am I thinking of Radiant Dawn, then, exclusively as being, like, the difficult one? Oh, fuck. I'm dead. I'm finished. Yeah, it's Radiant Dawn. My bad. Radiant Dawn. But here's the thing. If you fuck up in one of those games, you are replaying the level no matter what. Easy or hard. And that's the one thing I will give Three Houses and Valentia is, like, having the rewind function, you could just choose to not use it, right? Like, if you're one of those Iron Man people, right? Just don't use it. If you fuck up, just replay the mission, right? I don't want to have to sit around and lose one damage roll and be like, well, there goes my whole afternoon. Got to replay the whole fucking level from the start. To me, that's just not fun. Now, to some other people, maybe that's like the definition of fun and they love Iron Man modes and shit. And that's good for them. I think for most people, they would prefer to have at least a couple rewinds. You know what I mean? Now, Engage goes the complete other way, right? Engage says, hey, isn't it cool that you could just rewind the entire battle back to the fucking beginning? And I'm like, all right, so then there's no risk reward. You know what I mean? Like, it's the ultimate casual experience. Obviously, they meant it to be casual, but man, did the story just not ever really hit, man. Ever. Oh yeah, no, I think those games would be better. And again, if you are so opposed to the very idea of it, just don't use it. Totally cool, right? And again, Rewind did not make Three Houses super easy, right? Like, Rewind did not suddenly make Three Houses into a joke. It just said, hey, you fucked up this one roll, just undo it, it's fine. Right? Three Houses at the end was grippingly good. That's why I love that game so much, because if you get invested into it, the more you play and see the other routes, the cooler the story gets. I love that shit. That's one of my favorite games of all time. That is my favorite Fire Emblem, and it's a rare instance where I will say the best-selling Fire Emblem game is probably also just the best game in the series. Usually a lot of games, you know, the best-selling game is just the one that made them, you know, rode off the coattails or, you know, whatever. No, I genuinely think Three Houses is pretty much the best game in the series. By far and away. Coolest main character, cool stuff happens, got a banger dub. Everything about that game, it's almost fully voice acted. I love that game. That game is so good. Voice acting in Japanese version is pretty stellar. And I'm not a dub versus sub person. I don't really care that much. But that's good. I'm glad it's good. Right? I would never want a bad product, right? But I don't really... See, to me, stuff is memorable because it's in the language I understand. If it's not in English, I don't grapple with it as much, you know? That disconnect of tongues just bothers me too much, and I don't enjoy it as much. I know a lot of people are like really militantly against English translations. I'm just not one of those people, you know? I just like being able to understand something, you know? Yeah, anyway. But yeah, Engage is kind of just boring. It starts off a little interesting, but I definitely think it was made in the image of Fates and not like Valentia and Three Houses. And again, Fates at the time, I believe, was the best-selling Fire Emblem. I'm pretty sure most of them have been bestsellers, right? Besides Valentia. But man, was it kind of just like, oh, it feels like a lot of these characters are there for cosplay, right? Which is cool. I think that, you know, that's fine or whatever. But man, I just was not feeling that story. Something is often best enjoyed in the most enjoyable way for each person. Yeah, exactly. So I watch One Piece in English, and my friend watches it exclusively in Japanese because he doesn't like Kid Gohan's voice actor. Not that she does a bad job, but, you know, he just sees Gohan every time. And he's like, well, now Luffy's an adult. I don't like that it's the same person. I don't care, right? Now, obviously, because let's be fair here, we're all English speakers here. You know when someone is not putting in effort in you know when someone is phoning it in English way more than you do in Japanese, probably. Now, maybe some of y'all are native speakers, but yeah. JoJo in Japanese is gold, and Yu Yu Hakusho is perfect in English. Yeah. Oh, those old ones have really good dubs. Maybe a little bit is nostalgia. I'm not saying every character is amazing, but a lot of times the older ones are really good. Now, I did watch Part 5 in English because it was on Toonami. I thought it was pretty all right. I think his name is Philip Reich. I think he did a good job with JoJo and or rather Giorno, and the 7-page Muda. I didn't hate it. And I actually thought it was pretty good, given that it's not really something you could reasonably say in one or even multiple breaths. But yeah, I thought it was fine. But yeah, obviously, when you have a bunch of like really like, what do I say, like bratty sounding characters, you know, like that's why I make fun of Marnie. Not because I think the voice actress did a bad job. I think she did an amazing job. It's just the character archetype is kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. The murder lolly character is just weird to me. It's just a weird archetype. It's cool sometimes, and then sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if Marnie is necessarily bad, because like through gameplay she's actually tough, which is cool. But at the same time, is it, you know, it's all right. You know what I mean? It's not like anything I'm gonna remember in like 3 years. I watch Yu Yu Hakusho once a year as well. I watch it usually in January. That's actually something I started doing in 2013, believe it or not. I went on YouTube and I was like, huh, let me look up some clips of Yu Yu Hakusho. And the whole anime's on there. So I was like, all right, I'll just watch it. Fuck it. Good times. How about this? 3 rewinds you can use to go back. I mean, that's what 3 houses does. 3 houses limits it, and you can upgrade it throughout the game. But whether you want infinite, I think it should be a choice between infinite and limited, right? Maybe depending on your difficulty. I don't mind infinite. It's just weird that, like, Engage has some of the actual, like, more difficult missions, I would say. And then they just give you infinite rewind. So I guess it's all right. It's not terrible. I didn't struggle with anything in 3 houses outside of the DLC, which was designed to be difficult. So I can't really speak. And remember, I didn't even struggle with the final mission in the DLC. I actually beat the final mission in the DLC on 1 try. It took me, what, 2 tries to beat that 1 level? That 1 level right before that is such a clusterfuck. It's so insane. Ash was there for that. The only reason I cleared it is because I got a lucky critical hit on Dimitri. If I didn't get it, I would have lost. Would have wasted another hour of my life. Yeah, the whole anime is good. It just doesn't. It ends so abruptly. It feels like he really just like lost interest and just never went back. And that's the one thing that makes me really sad about Yu Yu Hakusho is that it's such a good character, such good plot progression, and it felt like they were gonna start a whole new arc, and then they just said, we're done. Actually, never mind. It was like a whole never mind. Like, they could have ended after the Sensui shit, and it would have been maybe just a better ending by virtue of not teasing you that they're going to go on. But I like the Chapter Black arc. I mean, everyone talks Dark Tournament, and obviously Dark Tournament is really good, but I like Chapter Black. I like some of the earlier arcs that weren't like 50 episodes long, because there's actually a lot of arcs in Yu Yu Hakusho that are much shorter, and the GBA game surprisingly covers almost everything. It just doesn't cover the Sensui arc. That's why I love that GBA game, and I should play it for the channel sometime. The ending's perfect. I don't know. It feels very abrupt. It's not, like, incomplete in the sense, like, they didn't finish it. It just feels like they were gonna go somewhere with it, and then they just said no. And then there was never a sequel. But maybe that's for the best, and maybe I could live with that more than some other anime, for sure. So, it's not terrible. Yeah, I guess I could see that way. It's just, I like the action, I like the characters. At least they had a good ending, right? Like, it's satisfying. I don't know. Would another arc really have been better? Maybe. You could argue that the Sensui arc was kind of just Dark Tournament, but less official. But then I would also argue, like... Wait, did something just shake? Am I losing my mind? Am I going crazy? But I mean, like... I don't know. If we could have a Majin Buu arc that feels like Cell but worse, I wouldn't hate another arc, but whatever. I guess it's better than just dragging on and you feel like, oh, well, here goes another 40 episodes of stuff. Yeah, I guess. It's fine. I do like those plot lines, though, where characters figure out what they really want to be versus what people tell them they should be. That's one of the things I like about GTA 5. That's basically Franklin's story a little bit. It's a bunch of people telling Franklin, you should do this. Man, don't you remember them days in the hood, Franklin? When we were slanging dope and all this, and, you know, stuff. And it's like, but bro, like, where did that get you? It got both of you rap sheets. It got you put in jail, and you have gained nothing from it. And now Lamar is always putting him in danger. It's like, well, at what point does he just say, fuck it, and just not help him? You know? Now, luckily, GTA 5 doesn't really go that dark. But, I mean, you know, it could easily, which would be cool. Manga, there's a little bit where Koenma overthrows his dad because of becoming work. What? Okay, that would have been cool. I'm not gonna lie. That should have. I feel like the whole like final arc where it's like the weird like demon tournament could have been interesting, and they could have kept it short, and then they could have ended it the same way. I just feel like maybe have one more final going out, maybe throw that in somehow, and then call it a day. But yeah, anyway, that's fine. It's not. There's been way worse anime endings than Yu Yu Hakusho. Way worse. I remember I was thinking about this today. There was an anime I was watching. Yeah, I did get my shiny. It was a Stunky. Thank you, Viv. I'll see you later. Yep. Have a good one, Viv. But I was thinking about Knights of Sidonia today. And now, mind you, I haven't thought of Knights of Sidonia in like 5 years, right? Whenever season 2 came out. And the first season of Knights of Sidonia was amazing. It was so good. It was so interesting. So crazy good. And it's made by that, I think, Polygon Pictures. And Polygon Pictures' thing is that they use CGI, right? They were using like cel-shaded anime style character models to do all their animation, which made it interesting. It was like watching a video game play out. And then I just remember that the second season was ass. It was actually fucking terrible. All right, I'm closing the window now. I remember that the second season of Knights of Sidonia was fucking garbage. And I'm like, wow, how do we go from such a crazy good show to something so terrible? And then I just was like, oh yeah, because they just phoned it in. Like, they knew they were going to make a second season, but like, I think a lot of times with anime, they'll make a second season, and it's just to promote manga sales. And it's like very unfortunate, because I really liked it. I like anime. I like watching things in action, in motion, right? And then they just do it to drum up sales for merch instead of making a good product. And it sucks, because they completely diverged from the manga as well. Hello, Mr. Wooloo. Completely random anime discussion, but don't worry, we're still playing Pokemon. But yeah, I don't know. It's far from the worst thing ever, right? 90s anime you can't go wrong with. Oh. That's why the year is 2023 and I still watch 90s anime, and yearly I watch Yu Yu Hakusho because it's so good. That's actually, I know Crispy was talking about the One Piece Netflix adaptation. The Yu Yu Hakusho adaptation is looking good. Now, will that translate to a good show or not? I don't know. We'll have to see, but I'm at least a little optimistic. Oh yeah, Pokemon does have an anime. Now, I will be honest. The Pokemon anime, I didn't watch it when it was live, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't really care when it was live. But now that Ash is gone, I kind of miss him. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I am one of those people. I will complain about it even though I did not partake of it when it was new. Yes, I am one of those people that I bitch about right now. Now that he's gone, man, it's just not the same. The only dude left standing is really Luffy. It really is just Luffy. Alone. And maybe Goku, I guess you could argue. But Goku's never going anywhere. After Gen 6, Ash sucked. Yeah, but he's still my dude, you know? Like, I can't abandon him. That's the bro. I've been watching that dude's been on the TV screen since I was like actually super young, since I was like 3 or 4 years old. I can't hate him, no matter how much. I can't hate him. And I guess maybe it's just my nostalgia firing up, but I just can't hate him. Now that I've seen what new stuff awaits us, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe it wasn't that bad after all. Holy shit. It's like Star Wars. It's like, wait a minute. A lot of people had this. I always liked the prequels. A lot of people had this about face when Disney came out and was shitting on Star Wars. They're like, wait a minute. Maybe the old shit wasn't that bad. Maybe Lucas was onto something here. Hold on a second. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but we certainly shit on it a little too hard. Yeah, I'm the same way. Thank you. All right, very nice. All right, now we just have to use what is it called again? 15 agile style moves, and we have to see one leap out of a tree. All right, well that'll be easy. Maybe. Ah, fuck. Season where Ash was hanging out with Go was very funny, but overall I'm not bothered that we could get a new it's kind of his thing. I'm a traditionalist. I embrace tradition. No, it's because everything that they do, I'm just gonna compare them to my boy. You can't replace him. I don't know. Again, I didn't watch it when it was new, and I still haven't watched it, because it's also basically as long as One Piece, to be fair. So maybe someday I will watch Ash run around and do stuff for like 1,000 episodes. I did watch all the way up to Hoenn, and then I stopped, which was like at least 200 episodes, I think. It was a lot of episodes, and at the time I was like, all right, I'm gonna go watch Bleach or something. I was like, all right, well, I caught up on Naruto. I took a break before watching Shippuden. This is 2008, by the way, 2009. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Pokemon. And I remember watching it up until Hoenn. And then I was like, all right, well, why don't I take a little break and watch something else? And then eventually I just watched stuff until I was watching The World God Only Knows. And I was like, why am I watching this? And then I just stopped watching anime for like 3 years. It was actually kind of depressing looking back. I was like, dude, why am I watching any of this? It's just because I was watching the wrong shows instead of, like, I should have been watching shit like One Piece instead. I would have had a much more fun time. Hilarious. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be good. Maybe I just won't know. All right, let's leave. Wait, where does Cherim jump out of again? All right, let's go to Coronet. Because there's a bunch of Pokemon we could fight there. So let's go to Coronet. Let's try to finish Cherim today. We'll get 2 Pokemon done. And luckily there'll be 2 very annoying Pokemon to get done. So that won't be too terrible, actually. But yeah, I don't know. I liked, I remember watching Black Bullet. That was 2013 and 2014. I was watching all kinds of anime. Did the fire just turn on? Oh my god, the fire did just turn on. Did you see that? Huh. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I remember watching Black Bullet. I was trying to watch Blade and Soul. That was another 3D CGI anime. At least the outro was. I don't remember much about it. Death Parade. I didn't really care much for any of that, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Most anime that I watched in that time period, I wasn't a huge fan of. I just wasn't. And I do feel bad, because it's like, I don't know, everyone's talking so highly about it and shit, and I'm just over here like, you know, why do we care about this? The new era of shonen is a little bit disappointing, to say the least. We don't have to defeat it, we just have to see it jump out. Oh well, it is what the fuck? Okay, it's not like a huge deal. I think I'll survive. It does make me a little sad though. It's like, in some ways I kind of wish we were still back in the 90s, you know? Things have become too commercialized. Like, who the fuck even remembers Duel Masters? But I still do, because I remember watching it. I didn't care for it. I didn't give a shit about the show. I just thought it was funny. When they put Bobobo on Toonami, I thought that shit was great. And, like, no one is talking about that anymore. That's like an OG thing. That's like some ancient, like, Dead Sea Scrolls shit. No one cares about that. Shaman King, I don't think was on Toonami. I think that was on WB. It was really weird how, like, the anime got divvied up between, like, 3 or 4 different networks. Really weird. I remember Duel Masters. I remember Bobo. There you go. Because both of you are old enough to remember it, which is great. Wait, what? Oh, that's insanity. That makes me want to listen to the dub. I want to hear him do it. That's crazy. Bobo is huge? Nah, this is news to me. I've never heard anyone else talk about it besides me. Like not even trying to, like, disprove it or whatever. This is purely anecdotal. I've never heard anyone talk about Bobo, ever. I did hear about the Shaman King remake, but I didn't really care. The name just popped into my head. Yeah, I didn't know that. All right, that's cool then. Good for them, because I thought it was genuinely funny. I thought it was funnier in season 1, though. I feel like a lot of times season 1 of a lot of shows is funnier because they, like, are trying to fight to, like, keep the show on air. You know what I mean? Like, once you get, I don't want to say they get complacent, but yeah. It's a really famous comic anime. That's why he gets the video games. This is news to me. No idea. Okay. Good for him, actually. Like, I thought that shit was hilarious, and all my friends thought it was stupid. Joke's on them. I still like anime. I mean, the only thing is that One Piece got split up between WB and, what was the other one it got put on? It was on Toonami a couple times, but every time it was on Toonami, I swear it was just Drum Island. And so I'm like, dude, how many times are you gonna show Drum Island? Like, there's a whole other show. Again, that's the one thing about watching things on TV, is that you're just at the mercy of whoever, like, set up the schedule. So, like, if you want to see an arc progress, sucks to suck, huh? You could be legit waiting a month. Everyone else that watches it online has already seen it. And that's, unfortunately, just where streaming sites would prevail in this case. Because why the hell do I want to sit around and watch... Oh yeah, they just run. I forgot about that. Why the hell would I want to sit around for an extra 4 weeks while they circle back around on repeats, you know? That is the one flaw about TV, is that, like, if you like something and it's not on, you could probably just find it on the internet faster if it's out. Genuinely. On-demand viewers revolutionize how I consume it. Yeah, I don't feel obligated to watch, you know, a rerun just to feel like I watched it that week, you know what I mean? But at the same time, on-demand has its foibles. Oh shit. Hilarious. Wait, am I stupid? Why am I doing this? I could just go fight a Magikarp and spam sleep powder. Wow, I'm an idiot. I'm actually dumb. Why did I do any of this? I don't know. And this is coming from someone who has 0 streaming services, mind you. I don't have streaming services. So, like, if I want to watch something, I'm watching it on YouTube, or I'm watching it with my friends, or, yeah, I'm not watching it. That includes movies. Alright, what time is it? 9? Okay. It's funny, because this stream isn't even supposed to start until, like, 9 itself, and we're already kind of almost done. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like wanting stuff so you can binge watch it is cool. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't binge watch stuff. But, you know, I feel like a lot of times, like, Invincible just went on a mid-season hiatus. And I'm like, why? Why? Like, they have, like, mid-season finales. It's just really weird to me. Like, I don't think it really adds much to, like, stop your show halfway through the season. I don't know. It's not like the end of the world. I just like Omni-Man because he's such a shit talker in Mortal Kombat, okay? Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Speaking of really shitty dubs. And if you know, you know. You know what's coming. Hold on. There you go. Do I have this? Where the fuck is it? Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright, yeah.
If you need. Serena's right. Because of Quan Chi's magic, my realm's people are no longer poisoned by sunlight. We've finally escaped the shadows.
Rest assured, the spells you will receive will bring down government.
When will we have
Quan Chi!
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
That blade's enchanted.
Huh?
We can't help what we are. That we feed on blood doesn't make us evil.
Dude, I love it. It's so good. Dude, I put this in my oh, hold on. Actually, wait, I could just do it from here. Hold on. Dude, I fucking love that shit. You have no idea how much I love that. Hold on. I put it in my Discord server. I didn't put it on my actual thing. Hang on. There you go.
Don't I scare you in the least? Don't I scare you in the least? Can't help what we are. That we feed on blood doesn't make us evil.
Dude, I love it so much, man. That is so fucking funny, man. When I heard that shit, dude, I was like, what? Clip. That was an instant clip in my brain. I was like, yep, that's perfect. I'm never, ever gonna forget about this. And this is why I'm mad we didn't get the Powerpuff Girls remake, man. The internet is full of shitlords. The internet is full of shitlords. Yeah, they screwed her over. Was the guy who was working in the booth, like, the voice director, did he not give a shit? Or was he too afraid to tell a big star, like, hey, we need another take? That was fucking awful. Maybe don't say it was fucking awful. Just say, hey, Miss Fox, would you consider saying that again, but this time with a little more life in it? Oh, that's so funny, man. Oh, that shit had me so dead. I'm actually glad it happened, honestly. Like, I don't know. Did she just have a really bad day, or did she think it was good, or what? Yeah, like, she's a famous actress. Like, they couldn't hire a VA coach for a few hours? Like, how many lines does Natara have? Not to shit on her, but Natara is not a big character in any Mortal Kombat game. Like, Natara is kind of like in the background somewhere. I was surprised she was in the Mortal Kombat movie. Like, really? Yeah, it's so weird, man. That shit is funny, though. Don't I scare you in the least? Sounds like a YouTube poop, but you didn't have to put in any effort. It's a multi-billion-dollar franchise. That's so great. I need to get a collection. I'm putting together a team, boys. I need to get a collection of that. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I actually went over. That's actually hilarious. All right, let's look at the rest of these. That's funny. That is actually one of the funniest things that happened this year. See, but it's just like it's not like anyone got screwed over or anything. At least it's just stupid funny, right? Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not a voice actor. My voice is trash. But man, that is really fucking bad. And then people will hear shit like that and be like, yep, see, told you, all dubs are bad. Yup. And it's like, wow, that is fantastic. One time someone did a really bad performance. No one has ever done a bad performance in sub. And I do genuinely mean it when I tell my friends, like, you wouldn't know because none of you speak Japanese natively. You have no idea if they're phoning it in. Bad Japanese to you probably sounds like good Japanese. You have no idea if it's good or not, if it's phoned in or not. At all. We have to rely on someone who actually speaks Japanese. It's like, oh, well, the guy came from Japan, so his voice acting's immaculate. So Americans who make cartoons in America should have perfect voice acting then, by that logic, right? Because it's the same country. Yeah, that didn't happen. Anyway. What is it again? Man, I hate this area. I just think someone was afraid to ask Miss Fox to do a second take. I'm going to be honest with you. I genuinely think they were like, we have a big star in the studio. Even though outside of Transformers, what does Megan Fox even do? Like, not to shit on her, but I can't remember her in anything besides Transformers. And I don't even think she was in all the Transformer movies, right? Didn't they, like, change the protagonist halfway through? I don't care about Transformers. I genuinely don't. So, like, you know, not saying, you know, like, ask her for a second take, bro. Again, did it affect sales? No. But was it definitely something that maybe she got a little bit of flack for on the internet? Yeah. Someone could have probably been like, listen, that wasn't very great. Some asshole is gonna get 700,000 views on YouTube making fun of your shitty Natara. So, like, you know, maybe you should do it again, and we'll just pretend this cut never happened. Yeah, that could be a thing. And trust me, I guarantee you they are well aware of YouTubers and shit. If you think that the people that run a lot of these things don't know who Kroby Cat is, I will bet you they know who he is. Especially if you happen to work at some of those companies that he talks about. Wait, it's gone already? Holy shit, I barely got to do anything. To be fair, I was hunting other stuff, I guess, so whatever. That's so funny. Probably had her in the studio for one day, honestly. I'm not going to make it to anything else, so I could just dig through this. They probably had her for one day. Probably, you know, she probably shoots like B-tier movies. You know, a lot of these actors shoot a lot of B-tier movies you never hear about. They're just kind of there, you know? It is what it is. But yeah, voice acting makes everything better. I mean, for better or for worse. I'm not saying everything ever is really well done in voice, but, you know. It's about the presentation, man. Like, especially anime and video games are very presentation heavy. Like, a book is a book, no matter how many different ways you read the book, right? You can't really change how a book is presented. You know, there's a couple innovations like, you know, choose your own adventure and stuff, right? Which is kind of cool. Captain Underpants with the Flipperama, right? I don't remember the rest. It's been a while. You know, that's why reading books for school is so goddamn boring. I was ranting about this yesterday. Every fucking English teacher is so up their own ass. Bro, half of your books are fucking terrible, bro. Like, half of your books are boring as shit, even to adults. You're just getting paid to read it. That's why you like reading it. None of these English teachers like these books. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, you're just getting paid. And you get to basically shit on my life if I don't enjoy it as much as you. I've had some really fucking dumb teachers, man. 2 movies? Yeah, probably the first 2, right? With Shia LaBeouf. Right? So, I mean, if that's your basis, I mean, like, I don't know what she's done since then. I genuinely don't, right? Like, this is outside of my realm of movie going. Like I said, I was dragged to go see Avatar, and I hated Avatar. And then I dragged someone to go see Prince of Persia. Was it Prince of Persia? No, sorry, not Prince of Persia, the other one. What's it called? What's the movie called? Assassin's Creed, yeah. Oh, they had You Read the Giver. I didn't like it that much. It wasn't bad, though. It was far from the worst thing I've had to read, but I didn't really like it that much. Again, my favorite books I ever read were 1984, Fahrenheit 451, and Animal Farm. 2 Orwell books and a Bradbury book. And it's like science fiction. I was like, yo, this is fucking cool. Best books I read in middle school. I actually gave a shit about it. I actually gave a fuck about what I was reading. For once, I was like, dude, yo. And then they did what? But that's because I like science fiction, so. Animal Farm is good, but then we watched the movie, which has like a different ending, so it's like a happier ending, and that ending was terrible. Just read the book. The book is good, and there's a part of the movie where you could just watch up to and just shut it off. It's not a terrible adaptation, but it is certainly not a good one. You could just shut it off after a point. For once, I actually cared about my English class. I was like, dude, these books are lit. Oh, what a good time that was. Different. Just different energy at the end of middle school, man. Over here playing all these games, watching YouTube videos, and then I got my capture card like half a year later. I was like, wait a minute. How do I record something off of consoles? Oh, yes. Those Google searches were life-changing. I was like, a capture card? The fuck is that? Oh, it's made for VHSs, but I could plug my consoles into it? The only thing that sucks is that the software was ass. The software was ass, and the card itself had delay in it. And I didn't have a spare TV. If I had a second TV, it would have been way better. Oh, yes. I miss those good old days. Dude, can you just spawn a fucking Cherubi, please, or a Cherum, please? It spawns over here, I swear to God. They're just being annoying now. Dude, what the fuck? Remember when this thing was spawning constantly? What the hell is going on now? Dude, now that I need him, I can't get him. Oh, yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird is a great book, but they're trying to fucking get rid of it now. And I don't understand why. It's a fantastic book. That shit was fire, man. We watched the movie about it. Dude, back in the day, my schools used to watch the fucking movies, man. That shit's cool. All right, yeah, have a good one, Moody. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird is a fantastic book. Magnificent. What are they afraid of? Because it has some saucy language in it? Bro, people are softies, man. That is a fantastically well-written book about the injustices of the American justice system. It's wonderful. That and Of Mice and Men was another good one. Damn, we gotta start a book club in here. It's not going to be that serious. Trust me, we're not going to do anything crazy. But Of Mice and Men was another one I liked. I forget when I read that. There was one I had to read. I think it was Dead Poet Society. I did not care for that. I'll be honest with you. I did not give a shit. I used to make DPS jokes about it. But yeah, I didn't really care for The Giver. I remember reading Animorphs in middle school. I have almost all of them now, which is kind of nice. Dude, how is it not spawning now? I'm serious. Like, what? There we go. Thank you. Finally. Please be a Sharam. Oh, come on. I mean, this works. It's not the... It's fine. But, oh my god. Anyway. You have to see another 8. Trying to think, what else did I really rely? Oh, we had a whole Shakespeare like thing one time. I'll be honest with you, I had one in middle school and I had one in high school, and I really didn't care for it either time. So yeah, I never liked Shakespeare ever, unfortunately. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, they are, because they're good books. Can't have them. Can't have students reading books with naughty words in them, dude. Someone might get offended. So instead, let's read garbage. I mean, and like, even if I didn't like some of the books that were in my middle school back in the day, they were at least still books. Like, they were not bad. It's just I didn't like the stories. I didn't care. Why? Share them. Jesus. And I'll never read them again, but that's besides the point. Lonely Spring, Fabled Spring, and Primeval Grotto. So where are these other places? This is the Lonely Spring. It spawns in the Fabled Spring 2 and the Primeval Grotto. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. I know it now. I guess maybe it's the only thing that can spawn from trees in this area. But I mean, trying to get Zoomers to read anything anymore anyway is almost like a fucking waste of time to begin with. If it's not TikTok bite-sized, they don't care. So, I mean, you know, I think a lot, like with a lot of things, I think our generation will probably be the last one to really enjoy certain things in the same way, because it's too long, it's too late, it's too whatever, you know? Some of the students I know, man, they can't read, they can't write, and they don't care to know how to read or write, so it doesn't matter to them. Oh, well, Charm is super rare, and there's one. There you go. That's all I need. Now we actually need Cherubi, believe it or not. You know, why care? Caring is fucked up. Why would you want to do that? It's cooler to not care, dude. And you don't want to not be cool now, obviously. You want to keep that shit on 10 times 10. All right. Believe it or not, we finally finished this one. I thought this would take the rest of my life, and somehow I did it. So here we go. Cherim. Overquill. We did Heracross. I have to fill this in. Do we do Combee? No. Combee is coming up, though. Golem, Wormadam. Wormadam is also coming up. Crobat. Cherim is done, which is very nice. Did we finish Vespiquen? I have no idea. But yeah, we've been doing this all year, if you can believe it. I have this dating back to January 15th. So yeah, this is pretty good. Alright. Wait, we should do Kadabra next, honestly. Shit. Alright, well actually, before we leave, where do we find you? Same places, I guess, huh? Dude, this is gonna suck so much. Like, this is the fucking worst, man. Honestly, is there a place where only Cherubi spawns? Gapejaw Bog, I guess? Oh shit, they both spawn there? Oh, fuck me. Honestly, we have to use... Okay, we have to actually just use Vespiquen. So maybe we just take out Vespiquen and we just use it. Yeah. That's another easy slam dunk. It's probably the only Pokemon that start... No, Vaporeon. Yeah, I forgot about some of these. Okay. Vespiquen. Let's go catch a Vespiquen. We only walked by it 20 times. Let's go do it. It's actually the fastest way to get a Vespiquen currently. Instead of chancing out if you want to get a male or female Combee, just play Arceus. I'm telling you, just play Arceus, man. Save yourself so much time. Imagine, like, playing all these other games. You're playing Brilliant Diamond. Dude, it's just a waste of time. It's a shame, because that honey tree method could be such an interesting method if it was, like, even remotely reliable. You know? Like, it's just terrible. You have to wait 6 hours to see if a Pokemon will show up, if at all. It's bullshit. There's the worst mechanic I think I've ever seen. It is literally the worst mechanic in Pokemon. That works. I don't know if there's like broken mechanics, you know, like Gen 1 shit or whatever. Like Focus Energy was bugged, but man, that shit is terrible, dude. Did anyone ever do the stupid honey method and find Munchlax? Probably not. I'm gonna be honest with you, maybe one or... Okay, well, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, someone did. But, you know, is it reliable? Probably not. Most of y'all probably gave up 2-3 tries in. When you found out you were doing this shit all fucking day. You were probably like, no, I'm not. Why the hell would I sit around and do this shit all day? And then you quit. And honestly, for once, I don't blame you. Who the fuck wants to do this shit all day? There's an infinite many things you could do at any given point. And sitting around, running around Sinnoh, slathering honey on trees is not one of those things, unfortunately. Was it Air Slash? There you go. I think it was. 40 Agile style, Air Slash, Bug Buzz. Alright, let's just go fight some grass types, I guess. I guess I should buff it. Okay, luckily Vif isn't here, so my dust is safe. Oh my god. Wait, I don't have more of this? Pebble? Oh my, I really don't have a lot of gravel, huh? Am I just running low on gravel? Or what's the deal with that? How do I not have more gravel? Alright, let's go to Gapejaw Bog. Oh, we also have to look around this area as well. Let's see, do we have any shaking trees? I mean, like, I enjoyed doing some of that in the Brilliant Diamond stream. But I'll be honest with you, being reminded of how shitty a mechanic some of this was not, like, great. You're looking for one tree out of 24 that has a 1% chance of dropping Munchlax. That's just shit. That is one of the worst mechanics in history. And, like, the nice thing, or I think it's 4 trees. I think it's a couple of trees that have a chance. But regardless, no one's waiting around for a fucking 1% chance, bro. You literally could go out and buy at the time the Kanto remakes or play XD and import that and get it faster, like literally. So yeah, it wasn't a very great idea. I think about that a lot. I'm like, damn. Because I had a video that I never uploaded of me and Gundam Otaku. I was ranting to him about how stupid honey trees were. And this guy is sitting over here like, wow, I have no idea what this asshole is saying. But sure, sounds like a terrible mechanic, I guess. Yeah, I made him sit through that. I'm an asshole. Which he's around, so maybe I'll go hang out with him in a little bit. Honestly, let's make this last sweep, and then we'll get out of here, right? I think I've had my fill of Arceus for the week. So next week we work on Vespiquen, Electabuzz, a couple other Pokemon as well. Right. No problem. We got 2 Pokemon done today, so I'm not salty. Can't always get 3 done, right? Sometimes, you know, you're just not playing the game long enough, which is fine. So I'm not, like, upset. It's totally fine. And if I really was upset, I could just play this game more. You know, believe it or not, these are some of my most viewed streams next to Dragon Quest currently. So, I mean, if I really wanted to, I would just play more of this game. But if I play too much of this game, my head's gonna explode. So I can only do so much. And, like, someday we are just going to see enough of each of these Pokemon, like, jump out of trees and shit. Someday we will reach that point. And then that'll be the day when we're done, you know? So it's something to look forward to, I guess. Okay. Where's Gapejaw Bog? Over here? Now, you know I have never knocked a tree in this area. Not once. Yeah. This is going to take the rest of my life. Alright, what I have to do is what I always say I need to do, which is I need to just go ahead and, like, copy-paste out a couple things from the online resources. Alright, so let's leave. We'll count our blessings, which is a phrase I hate because the people that said that were actively making my life worse sometimes. And then, yeah, we'll be done. Let's get out of here. Very nice. Alright, thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Luckily, we didn't have to do any last-minute shiny hunting. We were actually able to be very productive almost the whole time, which is always good. We're getting closer, right? In fact, if I add... Let me make a couple changes here really quickly. So next week, which will be December, it'll be Vespiquen. And, what's the other one I said I wanted to do? Vespiquen and what? What was it? And why can't I remember? Cherubi. Because we're actually close with that. Let me actually move this over. What's a week from today? It's going to be the 5th? The 6th, okay. So December 6th, we'll do another round of Arceus, which will be fine. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. That's why we didn't play it last week, which is totally cool too. We are now at almost 58%. Very nice. All right. That's all I've got for today. I'm tired. I'm going to just go chill out now. Let me see. Am I going to freeze OBS? Nope. All right. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Ridge. Thanks, Crispy. Thanks, Viv. Thanks, Mr. Wooloo. Thanks, DJ Retro. Thanks, Moody. Thanks. Did Devin show up? Shout out to Devin. Anyway. Yeah. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I will see you all on the next stream. Tomorrow, I really hope I have the actual stones to do Fire Emblem Engage, man. Alright.